second year of playing these instruments and been working hard to bring you a spirited piece that demonstrates their growth and dedication. Let's give a warm welcome to the Florence Middle School 7th grade band. Ladies and gentlemen, the Florence Middle School 8th grade band. Wonderful job, 8th grade band. Thank you for that great performance. Let's give them another hand. The Florence Middle School 8th grade band. And now it's time for the grand finale. Your Florence High School Big Red Band. As the band begins to set up, the band directors would like to give a shout out to the band for their hard work these last few weeks. The Big Red Band has recently competed in 3 competitions in which they have received all superior ratings at each and every one of them. Up next for the Big Red Band, they'll be competing at the Mississippi High School Activities Association State Marching Championships tomorrow at Brandon High School. They are set to perform their show for the final time at 8:45 p.m. Please come out and show your support. Before the band performs, we'd like to recognize the Big Red Band leadership team. Band captain is Taylor Bean. First Lieutenant Riley Sill. Second Lieutenant Connor Fauché. That's Fauché. Woodwind Captain Michaela Bishop. Brass Captain Noah Walker. Drum Captain Abby Webb. Guard Captains Ramsey Melton, Allie Lackner, Ansley Patterson, and Lenacus Spann. Flute Section Leader Audrey Roberts. Saxophone Section Leader Will McGuire. Horn Section Leader Jacoby Gimmelot. Trumpet Section Leader Riley Sill. Taylor Bean and Connor Fauché. Trombone and Baritone Section Leader Noah Walker. Tuba Section Leader Bradley Dunlap. High Battery Section Leader Jacob Ward. Low Battery Section Leader Brooke Hall. Front Section Ensemble Leader Cac Toyota. The band is under direction of bands Bo Robinson and Assistant Director Josh Menard and Nick Papania. Color guard instructor is Ms. Leslie Farner. The drum majors for the Big Red Band are Al Clark and Kamari Mangum. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Florence Big Red Band as they perform their award-winning show, The Touchdown.
Seconds and counting. Astronauts report it feels good. T-minus 25 seconds. Twenty seconds and counting. Minus 10, 9, 8.
take a moment to thank everyone who made this evening possible. The students, the parents, and everyone who supports the music program here at Florence High School. Your encouragement and dedication make all the difference. Let's give them a big hand as well. Thank you all for joining us for the Florence Big Red Band tonight. We hope you enjoyed the performances as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Have a great night, and be in Brandon tomorrow night to support the Florence High School Big Red Band. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to point out that we're going to have a
No gimmicks, just roofs, strength, roofing and siding.
Come on, we're gonna be late.
No, school. No.
When your garage door breaks, you don't just need fast, you need super fast. Call today and we'll send a certified garage technician to your home. Quality repairs done so fast, it's like nothing ever happened.
They're not fast, they're super fast.
Call today and we're on the way.
So we've made it out to the warehouse where we're carrying bentonite products for drilling applications. We're carrying absorbents for any kind of spill applications, traffic control products for any other traffic control needs you have. We even have pallets of water. So safety is a big thing for us here at ESI Supply. So come see any of our 8 employees and any of our 7 employees and we'll be happy to help.
Welcome, Eagle fans, to tonight's broadcast of Eagle football. And this is our pregame show, getting ready to bring you a district matchup between the Florence Eagles and the Natchez. What's Natchez mascot, Scott?
Bulldogs.
The Natchez Bulldogs. I'm here with Scott Higdon. He's going to be calling the game with me tonight. Ryan is out of town.
Where is Ryan?
If you can imagine, he's bailed on a Florence football game to go to a Taylor Swift concert.
Well, then.
And so everybody, if you know him,
We'll have to check that man card when he gets back.
needs to double check his man card, because I believe he is at a Taylor Swift concert rather than where he should be tonight, where we are.
Well, Ryan, if you're watching, we love you, man.
That was for you. We are expecting a great game tonight. Natchez is going to come in tonight with they're 1-1 in district.
Yes.
1-1 district record. Florence also with a 1-1 district record, and everything matches up and lines up tonight. Looks like it's going to be a really great ball game, and a matchup between two teams that could be playing for division position, for district position. See, both 1-1 in the district. There are a couple of 2-0 teams that are playing tonight, and a couple of 0-2 teams that are playing tonight. And so it feels like this could be a, for sure, kind of playing for third place situation. But South Jones still ahead on the schedule for Florence. And so Florence could be in a situation where they could play their way into that number 2 seed in the district, which would certainly be a big goal for Coach Davis and his Eagles. A couple of things to note on the front of players to help in that vein. Scott, we are going to get some players back tonight.
I see Deuce running.
That's right. R.J. Davis is going to dress back out and play tonight for the first time in a while. We expect to see Aiden Hemphill back on the field tonight. He's been out for a couple of weeks. We got one of our DBs, Rylan McFall, back last week.
Yep.
He played a little bit sparingly. Expect to see him on the field some more tonight. And so you're getting a few guys back healthy that you missed early in the year. Ethan Deere made it back last week as well. He'll be back tonight. And so I think you're really back to a place where, other than Morgan Weathersby, you're going to have the majority of your starters back on the field for the first time in a long time tonight for the Eagles.
That's good. I mean, Florence has kept their head above water without these guys, and now for this last stretch run where you really want to win these last 3 games to get that second place and the home playoff game and the whole bit. So getting these guys back is perfect. And I know RJ and I know Aiden are just itching. They're ready to go. I mean, 'cause Aiden talked to him a couple of times in the last couple of weeks, and he was just not real happy about not being able to play. So I know he's itching it. He's itching it, getting ready to play and ready to go tonight.
Yeah, and I think he's ready to go. I think several others are going to be, because when you've been out a while, that's the thing you want the most, is to be able to get back on the field with your
when
team.
You're a senior,
Aiden, senior year.
Every game you don't play is one less game you're going to play.
Brings more urgency to that. One of the players who's not a senior, but has been kind of the main cog in the wheel to help them keep their head above water, who's been key during this stretch, is Brian Davis. And he's missed some time, but Brian missed the second half of the Brookhaven game 2 weeks ago, came back and got to play the full game last week, and man, did Brian have a game last week. As a matter of fact, he was our temp staff player of the game, but he won an even bigger award than that. He was the Blitz 16 player of the week in the metro area, and Brian just had an incredible game last night. I think he had 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 interceptions, had a couple of punt returns that were good for one, I think, was for 60 yards, and one may have been for 50-plus. They just had a huge game last week. And if Florence, kind of as Brian goes, Florence tends to go.
That's true. That's true. He really, they said today at the pep rally, he was the heart and soul of the team, and he really is. Not only is he a talented player, but he leads by example. That is one of the toughest football players I think I've ever seen in my life. He's not a big guy, and he just takes hit after hit after hit after hit, and he just keeps on rolling. And so, this team goes as So, little unexpected visitor here.
Yeah,
but
sorry,
we're all good.
I had a little company in the booth trying to sort out.
But we were just talking about Brian, how he is the straw that stirs the drink. He's the heart and soul of this team. He's tough, leads by example. I mean, you see him take hit after hit after hit, and he's slow getting up, but then he turns around and goes back out. If you're a teammate, you don't want to be the guy that just doesn't go back out after you watch him do that. So, I mean, he really does inspire this team in a lot of ways. And not only that, coach's kid, he knows the game, he makes good decisions, and things that sometimes don't even get in the stat sheet that will change a game on a decision that he'll make.
And the sheer number of snaps that he plays is impressive. You'll see him just about every play on offense, just about every play on defense. And with the exception of maybe covering kicks, he's in on almost every special teams. And we got some clips, actually, to show from Brian in recent weeks. And you'll see these coming up on the screen here. He takes this touchdown around the edge. You can see him using his speed as he gets around the edge, gets into the end zone. He's going to have another one. That's just one. We're going to show you the full series here. This one he cuts back up inside. And those are some of the less impressive highlights. We're showing those because they're touchdowns, but some of the defensive plays, some of the long punt returns that he made were just really, really impressive. You'll see him go up and high point this football, and then you'll see him cover all this distance to go ahead and set up his offense.
Well, it just changes everything right there with that interception. They look like they're about to go in and score, and next thing you know, you've got the ball on the 35-yard line coming back.
You'll see him again here. Similar situation. They're throwing a deep ball. He's just waiting on it, sees it coming the whole way. That one essentially ended the game.
And there's one of those good decisions. I mean, a lot of kids would have tried to take that in. You might fumble. No, we're going to win the game. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, you mentioned, that's part of what comes with being a coach's son. You know those situations. You're familiar with them. You know exactly what to do, and that's certainly the case for Brian. And we need him to have a good game tonight, but really the defensive secondary as a whole needs to play well tonight. Natchez is going to throw the football.
They are.
And they're doing pretty well. You go look at some of the teams that they have played against and that they've done well against. I mean, they scored 50-plus points against a 6A team earlier this year. Fortunately for them, they also scored in the 50s and won that game. But they have put up some points this year on offense and have moved the ball on offense. And if we're going to slow them down, our defense has got to play well.
Yeah, it's strength on strength. I mean, Florence's defense they've allowed less than 20 points a game total this year. And then now you've got an offense coming up. I mean, their quarterback's thrown for over 1,100 yards in just 7 games.
Wow.
I mean, that is putting the ball in the air. But at the same time, they've got a running back that can run. And they've got athletes all over the field. I mean, in Florence's defense, this might be the biggest test of the year tonight. And so it'll be real interesting to see how the strength on strength sort of matches up. I think Florence is really, to win this game, they're really going to have to play well on offense. Your defense is going to do what your defense is going to do. And it's like they say, even though we're at home, defense travels. If you can play defense, you can play defense anywhere against anybody. But I really think the balance of this game is going to be how well Florence's offense can move the ball. Can they avoid those mistakes that they made last week? Florence won the game last week. That's all well and good. But let's just be honest, it wasn't pretty. And so Coach Davis has to get his guys to understand, you won. That's all well and good, but y'all really didn't play that good.
And there's kind of been a pattern with the Florence offense in the last couple of weeks where they start the game really fast, particularly, and not just the game, but tend to start both halves really fast.
Yep.
And then they kind of get in their own way. Penalties set in. You make a mistake, you're going backwards. And this offense is not one that has really been all that effective at picking up chunks. They tend to move the ball in smaller pieces and don't have the huge chunk plays. And when you get an offense that doesn't necessarily take chunks behind the chains, it can be hard for them to generate offense consistently. And that was something that Coach Davis talked about a lot this week was, hey, guys, we got to clean up the penalties.
Correct.
And the one that nagged them most was a holding penalty. And so we'll see how that plays out tonight if they're able to simply block some of these Natchez defenders, and if they're able to do that without holding them, and sometimes that can even be impacted by how the game is going to be called.
That's right. That's right.
How close the referees are calling it. Sometimes they can let you get away with some stuff, and sometimes they call a little bit closer. We'll see how this crew does.
And you've got to adjust to that. You can't just say, well, that was a hold last week. It wasn't. I mean, you've got to understand this is going to be called a hold tonight, and you've got to adjust to it. And that's part of the coach's job, to pull them to the side and say, hey, you understand that wasn't a hold last week. It is this week.
So don't do it.
Don't do it again. So we'll see.
And then the other thing that the Florence offense has struggled to do is run the football consistently, especially between the tackles. You know, last year Florence just could line up and hammer it. I mean, they could just hammer it. This is a different team. They're built different. They like to run to the edges a lot more. And we'll see if they can. I mean, Natchez has athletes.
They do.
And I'm not expecting Florence to be the faster team. But Florence is seldom the faster team, and they often find ways to win. And so we'll see if they can get their playmakers in space and if they can have enough of a running game to generate some consistent offense, put some points on the board. And then Kane Ashley has played really well this year. You know, first-year varsity starter. He's played really well. He's had some games recently where his stats weren't that impressive. But if you could see what led to some of those stats, some of those interceptions that he threw were just in a situation where he was put in a bad spot, had to put a ball up.
Yep.
You know, late in the half, he threw a pick last week, just kind of throwing one up. And so, but he's played really well, and especially when his offensive line has been able to give him time, when the running game has been effective, he has thrown the ball really well.
He really has. He gets better every game, and I tell him that every game.
Yeah.
Kane, you are better today than you were yesterday. And he does. He just gets better and better and better. And his best football is ahead of him. And, you know, hopefully tonight he can put on a show. I mean, let's look forward to it.
There's been some other playmakers that have emerged. We talked about some of the guys that are back, but some of the guys that have emerged in the absence of having some of these regular contributors have really been some bright spots for Florence, especially on offense. You know, you've had a couple of starting receivers in and out, and so we've had some players like Keegan Cooper who's really had to step up, and he's kind of emerged as a playmaker in this offense as this year has gone on. If you ask at the beginning of the year who the playmakers were going to be for the offense, Keegan's name just would not have been one of the first couple of them that you said. You know he's a good blocker. You know he's going to play tough. He's always going to have his assignment, but you wouldn't necessarily have put him in that group. But if you ask tonight, hey, who are you looking for to make a play in the passing game, his name would have to be on that list based on the last couple of weeks.
Well, and then he's also had to play a lot more defense.
Yep.
The last few weeks, I mean, he never came off the field at Brookhaven.
Yeah.
And then last week he played a lot, and so he's had to play a lot of football, and he's done a good job. He did a good job playing safety, had an interception at Brookhaven, made some tackles. I mean, he's one that has stepped up in a time where his team needed him, and he's done a good job and will continue to do a good job. He's that kind of guy.
Yeah, he does all the little things, and then he's hit some big plays in addition to that. And so expect to see, hopefully, him step up tonight as he has other times so far this year. And then on the defensive side, we talked some about the importance of the defensive secondary, but also think the defensive front has to play well tonight. You can't let this Natchez quarterback stand back there. You can't let him run wild. And we've got some guys that can really get after the football and get after the quarterback that have so far this year, and we hope they will tonight as well.
Yeah, well, I think what you'll see with Florence, you talk about Florence not being the faster team. I think defensive line versus offensive line is where Florence is going to be the faster team.
That's right.
They're not going to run over this Natchez defensive line, but can they get past them? Can you shoot a gap before they get up? Because this Natchez offensive line is going to be big.
Yeah.
And so, you know, do we run through them? Do we get there using the speed? That's going to be the place that we are the faster team, and we'll see how that goes. But the big deal is not only can their quarterback throw it, he can run it. And so if you do get back there, you have to just simply contain. Don't let him get outside. Don't let him get around you. Make him throw it and make him make a mistake. So that'll be an interesting matchup to see. good to see some players out there on the defensive line that I thought might not play tonight. So good to see them because a few of those went down last week, and they're out there playing. Looked like they were getting ready to play tonight, and so that is a positive. This might be as healthy as they've been since the first week of the year.
Yeah, and so you're thinking about Trip Smith.
Yep.
Trip Smith has had a big year this year. He can really get after the quarterback, and you want to see him make some big plays. And then you're thinking about Kaysen Harris. Kaysen went down last week, and he's dressed out. Looks like he's ready to go. Kaysen, he's kind of a spark plug for this team too, and he has always made plays on defense. He's been getting some plays on offense, and he's done some good with that.
Well, you're talking about not being able to run power. when they decide we want to run power,
if you see 34 in the backfield, power coming at you.
But you know what? He may not have to do that as much tonight because RJ's
That's
back.
right.
That kind of again, it's like what you talked about. Several guys have had to play. I don't want to say out of position, but more in a position than they would have normally.
Yeah.
And you can't complain about how they've done. They lost to Brookhaven, and if you just look at that score, you might think, oh, Brookhaven killed them, but that is just not the case. They gave everything they had with a MASH unit.
Yeah.
They were just, you could just look down on the sideline of the Brookhaven game, and it's just injury after injury after injury after injury. And they gave probably one of the best teams in South Mississippi a run.
Gave them all they wanted.
They sure did.
Played and were right in the game at halftime. Even late into the third quarter, beginning of the fourth, the offense just couldn't get on track because all of your offensive playmakers were either out or were playing both ways at that point.
Out. Yeah, that's right.
They just ran out of gas.
I can speak for one. I can tell you after the Brookhaven game, Keegan Cooper was worn slam out.
Yeah.
He was, and he earned it. He deserved the rest that night. But and it was just, you just run out of gas. There's just only so much.
Yeah, you can only go so long.
That's right.
And so it'll be interesting to see how this Florence Eagle team comes out tonight. The defense has played pretty consistently all year. The offense has been a little bit streaky, and so hopefully the offense can come out, find some consistency, and the defense will come out and do what they have always done. If so, I expect this to be a really exciting football game. I feel like these are two fairly evenly matched teams, and if they both play well, it could turn out to be a really fun night for all the fans.
It could, but here's one thing that I've been thinking about this week and sort of looked at this week. Here's something that it doesn't have anything to do with stats. It doesn't have anything to do with players. Natchez got on the bus last week and rode 2.5 hours over to Ellisville. And, look, South Jones is putting together a good season. We know that. But if you ask anybody, they expected to go to Ellisville and win last week.
Yeah.
They didn't. Now,
because historically, South Jones not a very good team.
That's right. And now you get back on a bus, and you got to go 2 hours, and you got to play again. If you look at their schedule, they got to get back on a bus and go to Provine next week.
Yep.
We're in the middle of 12 hours on a bus.
Yeah.
Both ways. How does Natchez respond to that? I mean, you lose a game, and I know they're fired up about playing, but at the same time, nobody's fired up about spending 2 hours on a school bus. So it'll be interesting to see how they can kind of come back from that this week and next week. Because, again, I don't know who they made mad at the schedule maker office, but they made somebody mad.
They're getting a rough end right now.
3 straight weeks of being on a bus over 2 hours, and that's a tough deal.
Yeah, and there is a little bit of history between Florence and Natchez.
There is. 2 years ago, Natchez came over here, and if you look back at the standings, they were not good. Natchez was not good. Florence was fighting for a playoff spot, and everybody just thought Natchez is going to come in here. Florence is going to wear them out. We're going to go to the playoffs, and all is well. Natchez wins 38-17, just hammered them, and really, really broke everybody's heart on that deal. But I will say this, the Monday after that football game, my daughter stayed home from school with the flu and said half the football team had the flu. So it made a lot of sense.
Yeah, why they didn't get their best effort.
That's right.
All right, it's almost kickoff time. In the meantime, we are getting ready for our presentation of the colors, and so we're going to take you down to the field as our JROTC and the Big Red Band present the colors and prepare our national anthem. awesome job, as always, by the Florence JROTC and the Big Red Band presenting our colors. You can see the Natchez Bulldogs are preparing to take the field. They have captains out. The Florence Eagles also have captains out. The Eagle captains for tonight are Kane Ashley, Cam Page, and Kevin Rojas. Great to see those guys out tonight. Proud of them. They've all played well all year long. Need them to play well tonight. And we believe we're going to get you some field sound for the coin toss when the captains meet in just a moment. Our sideline reporter, David, is going to be down there, and hopefully you'll be able to hear that. We also do have our white hat mic'd tonight, and so we're going to try to get his cooperation, and hopefully we'll be able to hear his calls as the night goes on. And so we're going to try to bring all those things to you. The coin toss, hopefully we'll hear some explanations for the calls. That worked out really well last week, and we hope it will again. All right, and here come the captains getting ready to take the field. And so we're going to take you down to David on the field.
I think I got it. It's on. Okay. All right, gentlemen, y'all introduce yourself. Y'all shake hands. Gentlemen, your game official for the night will be Joe Cotton be your referee. John be your umpire. Edgar Brown be your linesman. Joe Cotton III be your line judge. Ralph Arrington back judge. Stephen Anderson be your side judge. Ken judge. And at 2 o'clock, William Bernard and Michael Fonte. All right. Gentlemen, one of the things we see because it for safety purpose. Right, I have a coin. You here, you lost the toss. You won the toss, you can defer to the second half. You're gonna concede the football. You're gonna kick here. Y'all go on this side. Go this way. All right. Red. On the toss, they decline. White. See you on this end. All right, gentlemen, good luck to you.
So you can see right there, you heard it for yourself from our white hat. Florence won the toss and has deferred to the second half, and so Natchez is going to receive this football to start the game in just a few moments. We are glad that you are tuned in tonight. While we've got a few moments waiting on teams to take the field, don't forget to share this on your Facebook feed. Go ahead and take a moment to share that. Maybe there are other friends in your Facebook group that will be able to see and watch the game. And we want to also welcome any Natchez fans who may be tuned in. If you know some people in Natchez, feel free to tag them in your post, send it to them. Listen, it's a long way from Natchez to Florence. I know that because we went down there last year.
Right.
And I can also tell you, there's not a ton of folks that made the trip.
Yeah. And my mom was born in Natchez,
okay.
So I have family in Natchez. So, yes, it is a long way.
Yeah, it's a long way. And maybe you need to share it to some of your people down there. So if you've got some friends from Natchez that would like to watch a football game, look, we would say send them the link, have them tune in. We want Florence to play well tonight. We want Florence to win. We're not apologetic about it, but we're going to call the game as straightforwardly as we can. We want to see both teams play well. When the Natchez players do something good, we're going to give them a lot of credit. And so we're just here to call a football game, and we hope that if you know people in Natchez that can tune in and enjoy it as well, we'd love to have them on the broadcast tonight also. So take a moment to go ahead and share that. And then we also want to remind you about some of our awesome sponsors. You know, this doesn't happen just because we show up. It happens because we've got some great sponsors. You'll see some of those going across the screen now. And then this pregame show is brought to you by one of our very best sponsors. This is the M&J Plumbing Services pregame show. Matt Dykeman, one of the best in the business. And so we want to shout out to those guys for always doing such a great job. You can see here come the Florence Eagles taking the field, mascot and all. Some of the best shots are brought to you by our great camera crew as they take you right down on the field. It's awesome every Friday night to see the good things that they're able to do. All right, we're just about 2.5 minutes from football. left on the clock. The Eagles are wearing all red tonight. I really like the all red uniform look from the Eagles. The Bulldogs they've got their white jerseys and gray pants on, their yellow helmets. You can't miss them, especially their coaches in the yellow and blue. They look really sharp as well.
There's been a few games this year I've seen them on the road play in their yellow jerseys, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
The context, contrast is really, really cool. But they're going to go white tonight, so that's good too.
So Florence is going to have the opportunity to kick this ball off. When Hayden Boykin takes the field, it is always an adventure on a kickoff. You never know what he's going to do. He can kick the ball off in a variety of ways. Natchez does have a dangerous returner, and so it'd be interesting to see if Coach Davis elects to maybe even not give him an opportunity to do that. Natchez is going to go with just one deep man, a host of Bulldogs up inside the 40-yard line, obviously preparing for a pooch kick. And that doesn't mean that Hayden's capable of putting that in a gap to one side or the other. Now the deepest man's walked up to the 20. They're not expecting him to kick this deep. If he stands there, I'm almost certain they're going to say just send it over his head.
Absolutely, he can. And Florence does this little run-up, and they hadn't kicked it yet. I know they're holding it in their pocket for the right time. I'm not sure that now is the right time. Natchez has a man ready to go. Right? Yeah, he was ready.
Him waiting on it.
Yeah, he was ready. So I think that he's going to kick it off, and I think he could kick it in the end zone because I think he can get over the guy's head.
The returner has moved back to about the 15. And here he goes. He does launch this one deep. Return man's going to backpedal all the way into the end zone, and that's going to be a touchback.
Can't run out in high school. So that's a great kick. I mean, giving them at the 20 with our defense the way we've played, now they're going to play, score an 80-yard touchdown right here because I said that.
Right.
But the way our defense has played, look, I'd rather give them the ball on the 20-yard line than the 30 or the 40 like happens pretty often.
Yeah, and that's a win. You start them at the 20, they get no chance at the return.
Yep.
Here comes the Natchez offense. See them spreading everybody out here. They're going to come out in 4 wide in the shotgun. Eagles now shift with them. They run this one. He's hit immediately in the backfield. That's Kason Harris announcing his presence. We talked about how glad we are he's on the field.
He's good because when he left the game last week, there was I didn't know that he was going to play anymore. I mean, it was anytime you have a knee injury, you just never know what's going to happen, and so it's good to see him back.
And he's a tough kid. It takes a lot to get him off the field.
Yeah.
Bulldogs again in the shotgun. Again, they utilize motion. Looking to pass this time. Plenty of time. Now the pressure comes. He throws this one out of bounds. Has to throw it away. Really great coverage down the field by the Eagles.
Great coverage. Great pursuit by the D-line. They didn't just run in there like crazy. They, like I said earlier, they kept him contained. Make him throw the ball and see what you can do. Just don't let him tuck and run, especially here on this long third down.
And they go no huddle here. They tend to do that a lot. Now they're going to go fast. Going to line up, look over the defense. No. All right, here we go, big third down play. Quarterback under heavy pressure, screen set up. It's caught there, but it is well played by number 1, Jaden Houston. Nope, that's number 7, Xavier Smith, who plays his assignment perfectly, and that's a great early stop by this Eagle defense.
Something to watch for later. Natchez runs this end around almost like jet sweep. They have a receiver that can throw it. I've seen it. So nobody back for Florence, maybe thinking they're going to go for it. Or hopefully they can get a bad snap. I think that's what Florence is anticipating right here.
It is a slow snap, and he barely gets it off. I think that
and they down it at the 31-yard line.
That ball, I think, was tipped. One of the Natchez defenders caught it out of the air, and that's going to amount to a 7-yard punt?
About a 7-yard punt.
About a 7-yard punt.
At the 31-yard line.
You called it. They were looking for a bad snap.
They're looking for a bad snap.
They
Look, when Natchez was out warming up, the snaps were down, the snaps were up. They're everywhere. I would be surprised if Florence puts a person back at all tonight. There's just no need in it. Go for it. and see if you can get a block, see if you can get something like that. Yeah, I'd be surprised if we see any punt returns from Florence tonight.
So here comes the offense. Big opportunity to get on top of this game early with great field position starting on the Bulldog 32-yard line. Ashley under center. Gives it to number 1. That's Houston. Makes a man miss. Continues to churn. He's got a nice run.
There's that run up the middle. Come out early.
That is 7. It's hard to tell the difference between those 7s and 1s. That's Xavier Smith. And we did just get an update from our sideline reporter that Jaden Houston actually isn't going to play tonight. He's got the flu, and so that's a big loss for the Eagles. But Xavier Smith making it not evident that we're short a man so far.
That's right. Well, we should be used to it by now.
That's right.
Another great run.
They give it to him again. Florence finding a lot of success right between the tackles, which has been hard for them to find this year.
Yeah, well, here comes some beef. I mean, Natchez is going to come up with a big man, and I don't blame them. Let's put somebody big right over that center and see if we can throw something off right here. I don't blame them at all.
2nd and 5. If Florence is able to run the ball between the tackles, everything else gets easier for the offense.
It absolutely does. Don't be surprised if Florence throws the ball right here. Don't anticipate it, but it wouldn't shock me.
Looks like they do have man-to-man on the outside. Motion here. They give it. Oh, it's wide open. That's RJ. He cuts it through the defender.
Great job.
And he's all the way down to about the 2-yard line.
Yeah.
Great blocking off the left side.
And now here's where it's a benefit for Florence that your quarterback is the biggest guy on the team. Right up the middle. Just walk up to the line of scrimmage and say, hey, we're coming right here, and see what happens.
Especially with the way you've been able to get this movement against the offense, against the defensive line so far, you feel like you could just continue to go straight ahead. That was a huge hole off the left side. See Ashley giving some instructions to his backs. He turns, gives it to the deep man. And he's in the end zone for a touchdown. That's RJ. Welcome back, RJ Davis.
That is a great start to this football game.
Listen, if Florence can run the ball like that, they're going to have a really, really good night. That was great blocking. I don't want to take anything away from the backs. They did an awesome job, but that was all about the offensive line.
It sure was, and that's what we want to see. I mean, that is what we've been looking for from Florence this year. That looked a lot more like last year's team.
Yeah. Here comes Boykin for the extra point. He sends that one through. It is up and good, and big early lead. Everything working for the Eagles so far. The defense comes out, gets the big stop. The offense gets the short field and drives the ball into the end zone for the touchdown, and just a great start to this football game for the Eagles.
Here comes push-up crew.
Yeah, it could be a long night for those guys.
It could be.
Based on that drive.
I like it.
Those guys may be sore tomorrow.
That's good.
We'll see as the kicking unit gets ready to come back out and kick this football.
So it'll be interesting to see how Natchez plays this kickoff. Do they get back their guy up a little bit more? I think if he had been on the 1-yard line from the get-go, he wouldn't have gone back into the end zone. He could have caught it and run. So it'll be interesting to see if they back him up a little bit.
Look, and this is the kind of situation where Coach Davis likes to try something on the kickoffs. Right after a quick score, he likes to try to steal a possession. We'll see what he does here. The return man does have his toes just beyond the 15-yard line again, and so maybe a situation where if you can get him to start back on the 20, maybe you do.
Yeah, I just think you kick it deep here.
Boykin is able to direct his kicks as well. Just one deep man. He does kick this one deep. This one also carries the return man into the end zone, and that is a touchback.
Man, that is so good.
2 for 2 for Boykin.
So good.
All right, great start for the Eagles. We're going to take you to a commercial break. Stay tuned for more football here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Come on, we're going to be late.
When your garage door breaks, you don't just need fast, you need super fast. Call today and we'll send a certified garage technician to your home. Quality repairs done so fast, it's like nothing ever happened.
They're not fast, they're super fast.
Call today,
All right,
and
welcome back
we're
to Eagle
on the
football.
way.
Natchez with the football. They give this one to the running back around the right side. He's wrapped up near the line of scrimmage. Gets a little push forward, but still good contact by that defensive front. Trip Smith, first man to make contact. Kind of drive the pile ahead for some additional yardage late. Bulldogs line up to go fast. They do. They give this one to the running back.
22.
He's brought down immediately. Really nice play there. Was that RJ? I believe that was RJ Davis again, cutting through, makes a nice tackle.
22 is their other guy. Their quarterback and 22. Those are their two best players, home run hitters. So we'll see if he third and long.
Looking to pass, rolls to his right. He's got a man.
That's a good throw.
Nice throw and catch there for the Bulldogs. Good for the first down up near their 40-yard line. Just a little route where the receiver breaks out just behind that zone defense. Quarterback makes a really nice throw, puts it just over the defender, drops it into his guy. Fresh set of downs for the Bulldogs. Quick pitch forward. He's got the edge. Flags fly. Still on his feet. Going to be tackled around the Eagle 48-yard line. We'll hear the call here from our white hat.
Now holding on the offense. Left tackle, left tackle, left tackle, left tackle.
All right, you hear it there. You got holding on the left tackle, and so that one's going to be called back. No wonder this left side was so open.
Yeah.
He was able to get that corner, had a little extra jersey there. It's going to bring up about a 1st and 20. Talked about mistakes in the game. There's one for the Bulldogs that sets them back behind the chains. Here comes a snap. Play action here. He's got a man underneath. Slips down. Going to get about 5 back.
That could have been a penalty on the on Natchez as well. Their running back jumped just a little bit, but he got away with it.
Good play design there by the Bulldogs, trying to get something back. Nice safe pass, and they line up to go fast. Looks like the Eagles going to take a timeout. Coach Davis going to get a timeout, talk to his guys. Doesn't like something that he's seeing, can't get them lined up. As they take a timeout, we will as well. Stay tuned for more Eagle football here on the Eagle Sports Network. All right, welcome back to Eagle football here on the Eagle Sports Network. Second about 15 for the Bulldogs. This time they go a little reverse action. Big hole
Nice
off
play.
the right side.
That wasn't their quarterback. That was someone. That was a running back there taking a direct snap.
A little different look for the Bulldogs. Works out well for them.
Quarterback back. It'll be 3rd and about 4. No, 3rd and 3.
How far you want me to go up? Quarterback looking to pass this time.
Good throw.
Throw and catch, going to be close.
I think they're going to give it to him. Well, not give it to him. I think he got it. Nope, they're going to say 4th down. Oh, they're going to give him the 1st down now.
All right, first down. That ball's thrown incomplete, out of bounds.
Florence again, good pressure on the quarterback. Oh, got a flag in the back, defensive backfield. Illegal man downfield.
Any else receiver downfield? Any else receiver downfield? Got a penalty? Sir? Yes, sir. Take the play. Take the penalty. I got any else receiver downfield? Got lost down.
All right, so you. So they'll get this corrected. White Hat's telling them to change the down marker. Should be second down. It's a loss of down with that ineligible receiver downfield. So the Natchez team will have a discussion here, make sure they get this right.
Got to go pick up that penalty flag. We don't want to be used here.
Been a good start. Been a good start for the Eagle defense so far. Really making this Natchez team work. Keeping all the offensive guys in front of them. Looking to pass here. Here comes pressure. Trip Smith around the backside. He's got him.
There goes that speed. That's what we talked about. The defensive line right there was just faster than their offensive line.
And Trip Smith, our best pass rusher, you can see him dips that left shoulder, turns around the edge. Cason's also getting some pressure, and Trip just wins that matchup. Really kind of a coverage sack there.
Another flag.
As you had plenty of time for him, just nowhere to go with the football, gives his guys time to get there.
We got another flag on the field. I don't really know. I don't see it, but David saw it.
Offensive pass interference on defense. Don't decline. Next down, third down.
All right, so you hear again, get offensive pass interference this time. And the Eagles will decline this one and bring up 3rd and 20 plus. See some
sub in some defense.
Bring in some defensive backs here.
Just don't let them get behind you, because this quarterback can absolutely throw it that far.
They're going to press their corners and then play 3 over the top.
If we can get pressure with 3 linemen, that's even better.
Still trying to get the down marker changed. The chain gang down marker really struggling to get it. Now they get it corrected.
And now we're going to press with a safety.
Here's some pressure right in the quarterback's face. He throws it across the middle, has a receiver.
Good job, good tackle. Don't be surprised if Natchez goes for this.
Yeah, I think this is go territory. You're on
they're gonna
the other side of the 50. You still got to get 9 yards, but you picked up a big chunk there. You gave yourself a chance to go for this on this 4th down. Maybe a situation where you try to get a jump. And they do.
They got it.
Yeah, you got to expect that on 4th down. And now it's going to make this conversion absolutely doable. Sorry, we didn't get the ref unmuted there, but he called out that offside penalty. And so 4th and about 3. You had the Bulldogs backed all the way up. They hit a pass, and then we give them a little help. See if the Eagles can come up with a big play here. See if they bring some pressure. They do. Quarterback's throwing this, and he's got a man right out about the 35-yard line. That ball is caught, hit immediately, but not before he has a first down.
You got to make this quarterback uncomfortable. He can absolutely throw the football, and his receivers are getting open. I mean, when you're throwing 4 or 5 eligible receivers down the field, you got a quarterback that can throw like that. You've got to make him uncomfortable.
This time he gives it to the running back. Makes a nice move out to the left side before he's brought down near the 26-yard line. Good first down run there for the Bulldogs as they move deeper into Eagle territory. Quarterback gives it to the running back again, straight ahead. Another big run.
Yep, that's going to be a first down. And look, from this point forward, until they either score or give the ball back, it's 4 downs. You got to stop them 4 times.
You're saying the kicking game's not an option.
I don't know that it's an option. I mean, I think they can move the ball, and so why not?
And we do
see
know
if we can stop them 4
this
times.
is kind of how Florence plays. They give you some room in the middle, and then they like to bog it down in the red zone, see if that's successful for them here. Give it to the running back again. Another big hole off the right side, still on his feet all the way down near the 10-yard line. This Bulldog offensive line having success on this drive, really creating and opening up some holes for his running backs. They go quickly again. Give it to the running back again, straight ahead. Big hole off the left side. He's in the end zone for a touchdown.
It's a good drive for Natchez, but Florence helped them out a ton on that. Had them third and way long.
Yeah.
Let them get the first down. I mean, you can't let that happen.
Had them pinned back deep in their own end, 3rd and forever. You give up a pass play, you give up a penalty that makes the 4th down conversion suddenly doable. And as it is, it's a 7-6 ball game. We'll see if the Bulldogs line up to kick this. It looks like they are lining up to kick as the holder runs out late.
Left-footed kicker.
Looks like he may line up to square toe this one.
I like it.
Snap is back, hold is down. The kick is up, and it is wide to the right, and so he misses that one, and that keeps the Eagles with a lead. Let's take it a quick commercial break. We'll see the Eagles get the football back when we return.
No gimmicks, just roofs, strength, roofing and siding.
All right, welcome back to a tie ball game between the Eagles and the Bulldogs. Bulldogs prepare to kick this football off. First time we've seen the Eagle return team. Got 3 Eagles deep. Looks like number 2, Batee, 0, Brian Davis.
And maybe RJ in the middle?
Yeah, I think that is 10, RJ Davis, back in the
old
center.
eyes aren't what they used to be.
Kicks this one, kind of a squibber off to the right.
Yeah,
Ball's loose. Eagles do get on top of it. Aiden Hemphill covers that football up. Kind of takes a hit in the back in the process. As that ball was really spinning and is hard to cover. He does a good job getting on top of that football.
Yeah. Part of having that turf, getting used to that turf, the ball just does different things than it does on the grass. I suspect Aiden won't be out long, though. He'll come over here and he'll shake that off. He's laying on the ground right now, but he'll shake that off. He don't want to sit out anymore.
Look, it's tough. You know, you go down to cover that football, your back's kind of exposed. You take a helmet right in the back. It just doesn't feel good. Hopefully he gets back in a hurry. In the meantime, here comes the Eagle offense. Ashley under center. Gives it to Davis, who's trying to get the corner out wide. Steps back inside, breaks a couple of tackles. Drives the pile forward all the way to his 45-yard line near another first down. Really nice run as Davis stretches that out.
You wonder how many of these big guys from other teams, and they grab a hold to him and they expect, this little fella, and then it just doesn't happen. I mean, look at him.
Just driving guys forward.
One of the smallest guys, and he's just pushing it forward.
Eagle offense has really had a lot of success on the ground. It's what they would like to do. See if they can sustain that here on this drive. Give it to Davis again, this time to the left side. He breaks another tackle and runs over another man. Has 5 more yards. You see it again, the power he runs with when he puts his foot in the ground and turns north and south.
Coming up a touch, Gimpy, but he's going to shake that off. Now Xavier's coming back in. He's the one that had a lot of success on that first drive.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they continue that. I mean, I would.
Sure.
And if it ain't broke, I mean, you got
they
some
stop
beef in the backfield now. You got Xavier and you got RJ. I mean, you got some big guys back there that can kind of push the pile a little bit.
They do give this one to Xavier. He makes a
Another
nifty
good
cut
run.
inside.
That's a first down.
Has a first down on the play. Eagles,
Man.
the offensive line is making some creases, and the backs are doing a good job just stepping through a hole, getting what they can get, and keeping this football moving the right direction as now they are into Bulldog territory.
For sure. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Let's keep on running until they stop it.
Give it to Smith again. Another nice gain. This offensive line just continues to make these creases, and the Eagle backs are able to step right through.
This is one of those situations where if you can break off a 9-yard first down run, you'll see some sort of play action just to see if you can throw it to catch them sleeping or catch them, coming up and sneaking up.
And the Bulldogs do have some bodies committed to the line of scrimmage here. It's not like they're backing everybody off. I mean, they've got one deep safety, and everybody else is pretty close to the box.
Right now, 2nd and 5, I'd just go with what's got you there, yeah.
Give it to Petit. He's got room around the left. Nice block on the outside.
Yep. Good run. There you go.
He's got another first down. He's trying to get a number. I don't know who was blocking on that left side. Did a really good job setting his corner up and not holding out there. We talked about that. We see that hold happen so many times. He holds that corner. I say that he holds his block, but he doesn't get the penalty.
That's right. That's right. It was a good block, and you always look for penalties. I mean, you never know in high school. First time in the shotgun. This first time.
Yeah, and they got Davis in the slot. A little different look here for the first time for the Eagles. They like to throw to Davis out of the slot. Bulldogs see it. Looks like maybe they're going to get.
They're going to need to. All right, that's good. Eagles are still going to have to run a play before the end of the quarter, even with that.
We mentioned the Bulldogs.
No, they're not. They reset the game clock to 40. So it'll be interesting to see if the Eagles run a play.
Yeah, I think they're going to run one here.
Yep, there you go. I like
Kane
it.
does. Gives it to RJ. Cuts up ahead. Another nice run on the ground for the Eagles.
I think if Florence can do that all night, because a lot of these guys, these defensive linemen for Natchez are going to play both ways. And if just because you change sides of the field doesn't mean that you don't get tired. So be interesting to see which of these two lines can hold up for the rest of the night.
That run's going to take us to the end of the first half. Eagles lead 7-6. Stay tuned for more Eagle football when we return here on the Eagle Sports Network. ahead near the goal line. Xavier Smith, I'm sorry, that time runs that one all the way down to about the 1-yard line.
Tackled by number 21. Aaron Johnson, that's going to be first and goal. That first down.
All right, that was Xavier Smith, runs that one all the way down to the 1-yard line. Eagle offense again on the move here. See if the Eagles are able to push this one. They do go with a push. Here's Ashley for the touchdown. Really nice drive there for the Eagles, as that offense is really just giving the Bulldog defense fits. They're able to just kind of push the ball ahead. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of answers for the Eagles. I'm sorry, for the Bulldogs.
Right. You know, I don't think that people understand how much of a weapon it is to be able to get that extra point every time. I think tonight you're going to see and you're going to appreciate Hayden more than we really do. I mean, we really should.
Yeah, and if you wind
appreciate that.
If this game continues its current trend where the offenses are going up and down the field and scoring a lot of points, and we score an extra point and they're not able to do that, that can be a big difference maker, and could be the difference between winning and losing a football game.
Well, and then they start having to go for 2 and chase points and all that. And, man, if we know that we got 7 more times than not, that is such a weapon. And it's a weapon, too, where you're confident in the fact that if you get the ball inside the 25-yard line, you can get some points out of it, as opposed to having to go for it and things of that nature that other teams have to do.
Yeah, he's able to put the ball through the uprights from a long way out. We watched him kicking from the 40 in pregame. He put several of them through there, and so he is a weapon.
Just a huge weapon.
Bulldogs again, return man, toes on about the 15. We'll see if they continue just to send it over his head. Don't know why you change anything so far.
That's right.
Wicken sends this one deep.
Kick. He's going to return this one. He didn't quite get it there.
Sees it about the 5. You can see the speed already. He's still on his feet at around the 20.
Good coverage, good tackle.
Breaks the tackle,
fumbled.
but pursuit comes quickly. Good job by that coverage unit, and
Right
they still
there at the
hold him at
20
about the
again.
20-yard line.
Yep. Brian's limping a little bit. Don't know what.
It's been a couple of
happened to
weeks
him.
since he was 100%, and, you know, he just kind of pushes through it.
He just doesn't want to come off. I mean, you can tell he's hurting. But he just, no, I'm not coming off. I'm playing.
I have to keep an eye on that, because when we talk about that some, kind of managing the load for him.
Well, and you know what? If you're Florence, you talked about in the pregame how Florence would start out early with a lot of offensive success, and then they would sort of back off of that. You know, if Florence, there's a couple of games this year that Florence really could have blown somebody out if they had kept that up a little bit. And you can get people like Brian off the field and let him recover. And so hopefully tonight we can just keep up and maybe get a few stops here. And
Pass completed by the Bulldogs.
there's Brian on the tackle.
Yep. It's going to be a first down.
There you go.
Flags
That's gonna be a
fly
flag.
late. Now they're going to move them back.
You know what? And that's what Natchez has done to Florence in the past. 2 years ago when Natchez came here and really put it on Florence, they got Florence out of their game, and that's what they're going to try to do. And, hey, if it works, it works, but I don't think it's going to work this time.
We'll hear the call from the ref.
I'm smoking light. On here.
All right.
Dead ball. No, dead ball. So got first down.
All right. So you hear the call there. You've got a dead ball, unsportsmanlike, and it's still going to be a first down, but it's going to be a first down from a long way back because that penalty is going to be enforced at the end of the play, which resulted in a first down, and so it's going to be first down and should be 25 here. Because you have the first and
I think it's going to be first and 10 because it was first down, then it was dead ball penalty, back 15, first and 10, start over again.
Yep.
So it's really like that play never happened.
It's going to be first and 10, but without the yardage, which amounted to about 15 yards.
Right, which is right at the 20-yard line where they started to begin with.
That's right. Gives this one to the running back, another nice hole. As you see, as this game develops, you talked about which lines can hold up, which ones can continue to be effective, both offensive lines being effective early.
That's right. Somebody's got to shoot one of those gaps and get the running back in the backfield, because if he gets to the line of scrimmage, almost had
a chance right there.
If they get to the line of scrimmage, they're finding those holes. You're going to have to catch him before he gets started, because 13 and 22 both. I mean, they can, once they get going, they're going to be hard to stop.
Bulldogs continue to look to go fast. Throw this one underneath about the 20 is caught. A lot of speed there. Eagles just getting pushed out of bounds. You can see the speed by some of these Bulldog receivers. That receiver catches the ball, and he really turns on the gas. Eagles push him out of bounds, but not before he has the first down near their own 45-yard line. Bulldogs stay with the no huddle. Gives this one to the running back straight ahead. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage.
You know what? Them running as fast as they do, that's a credit to that quarterback. He is in charge. He is getting everybody where they're supposed to be, and they're running in and calling the play, but he gets them there. I mean, you can't run this kind of offense without a quarterback that you know you can trust and can get the job done, and he is doing it. He is putting everybody in the right spot, and he's done a great job so far. They just put in 22 now, so we'll see if he starts getting some action. He's going to get the snap.
Little read option look. A lot of pursuit in the backfield. They're going to get him for a loss. They missed him a couple of times, but a lot of red jerseys in pursuit. Going to bring up third and about 10.
Yeah, now let's see if we can get off the field on third down. We had a hard time last drive getting it off the field on third down, so let's see what happens. I think this might be 4-down territory, especially if they get it to about a 4th and 5.
Yeah, another situation where you don't want to jump. Coach Davis going to get a timeout here. He's thinking the same thing. Let's make sure we get our best play, get our guys ready. Big play coming up.
Again, I don't understand the timeout. Just fake a cramp.
Yeah, that's right. We are in that era of college football.
I mean,
unnecessary.
Just fake a cramp. You get a free timeout, man.
And if we get to the second half, you may have to do that. He's probably thinking, hey, I got 3 in the first. I can use them, you know.
I mean, because
when I'm out, then cramps
are unlimited, man.
Simple shopping. That's all I want. I just want things to be fast and easy.
If I was a special teams coach somewhere, one of the things I would do
here
is
already.
teach my punter,
Baby?
I would have
No, our groceries. I wish we could get same-day
and if
delivery.
somebody even comes within a yard of me, I'm falling
afraid
like
curbside
I've been
pickup would be
shot. My
nice.
helmet's coming off.
Yeah, teach you how to
So,
come
I
off
mean,
easy.
You know, teach somebody how to fake a cramp. Get out there and act like you're about to die. And you get a good timeout out of that. You might even get a longer one than a regular.
Yeah.
Depending on how good of an actor you are.
So going to bring up third and about 10, right at about the 46-yard line for the Bulldogs. You think they're going to put this one in the air on third, or you think they try to run it and get some and then try to get on fourth?
I would be shocked if they don't throw the ball.
Yeah, I expect to see this from the quarterback's hands here. We'll see if the Eagles continue to play soft.
See if they can run one of those screens. Because, see, it looks like we're going to bring some pressure. So if they run one of those screens, we might be ready for the picking.
They throw it out to the left side. What a play by Brian Davis.
He was blocked.
He
came
beats
off
the
his
block.
What a great play.
And makes a tackle for a loss, which suddenly makes it a lot harder to go for it on this fourth down, but the offense is staying on the field.
Florence better quit celebrating and get over there and get ready, because they are coming. Yeah, you can't celebrate long against Natchez, because if you got your back turned or you're not paying attention, they will flat run it past you. 4th and about 13 here.
Second, fourth down that the Bulldogs are going to go for it on. Eagles don't jump this time. They swap some coverage on the outside.
Tackle.
He throws this one out to the left. He's got his man.
That's why we do it, Marcy.
It really
And
makes
that
all
is
the effort
interference
worth it.
on
Gathering
the
most
Eagles
in-depth
as the
info,
receiver
making a
goes
clean
down the
new
left side.
homes.com.
And we'll hear the call from the ref.
Pass interference on the defense.
Do you hear the pass interference call? You know, it was just man on the outside. Batee beats him right off the line. He just runs by him. Really nice throw by the quarterback. Honestly, it's a pretty nice play by Batee, too. If he doesn't come back and interfere there, I'm not sure that he may have saved a touchdown.
We'll see in just a few minutes whether it was a good play or not.
That's right. Scott, you saw the motion early. The receiver on this side getting a little head start there. Flag doesn't fly.
He did jump just a smidge, but he did.
So another 4th down conversion for the Bulldogs. Eagles unable to get off the field for the second time. They run this one.
Good defense
nice
again.
play by the defense.
Florence starting to get in that backfield just a little bit on the running game.
And you can see that these defensive linemen are doing what you said. They're trying to stay in their lanes. They're not just rushing haphazardly. They're trying to be disciplined in their rush, and it's helping them when they run plays like that.
If we get a sack, it's going to have to be from behind because this quarterback's such a good athlete. If he sees you coming, he's going to get around you more times than not.
Throws this one out to the left, sets up the screen.
Got a tackle.
Missed a tackle in the backfield. Hemphill doesn't miss that one. It's going to be near a first down, maybe just short.
About
I think
3.
it was RJ who had a chance to hit him right at the line of scrimmage, flies in, just can't quite get him. Here's a 3rd down situation, definitely 4 down territory.
Yeah. Florence really, I mean, a mistake by Natchez. That's it's getting to be where whichever offense makes a mistake is the one that's going to be in trouble because both of them, except for that first drive by Natchez, have just gone right up and down the field.
Yep. Little quick pitch to the left. Bulldog defender is going to have a first down on the play, tackled near the 30-yard line. Eagles again had good pursuit around that right side, but you can see the speed by these Bulldog skill players.
Here they come. You got to get ready. They're coming.
Quarterback gives this one to the running back.
Good tackle.
Yep, you mentioned that we've talked about the discipline by the Eagles. That time Cam Page gets too far up the field, rushes in. They go right inside of him, almost on a draw type play. It's not a draw, but they just sit on the inside, let those outside rushers come up field and run right behind them. 2nd and about 6 here for the Bulldogs. Looking to pass this time. Pressure comes.
Great job. Great job.
R.J. Davis gets the sack in the backfield. Flags down.
Got in there. We would have blocked the pass, I think, if he'd have thrown it and then got to him.
I think Kason Harris kept him from throwing that ball.
Yep.
And then R.J. gets the sack.
I think that's some tape over there. They're wearing pink tape and throwing pink flags.
Okay.
So we don't have a chance up here to figure out what's going on.
No flags on the play. 3rd and about 14 coming up here. Another chance for the Eagles to try to stop this Bulldogs offense.
Coach Davis is not happy
Quarterback looking to pass.
Something.
They've got the screen set up.
Just make a tackle. Perfect.
They do make a nice play.
It's going to be 4th and about 7.
Batee comes up out of his secondary position. Looks like that play has a chance to really develop because they had it well blocked. Batee comes up, makes a one-on-one tackle, bring up 4th down.
Big 4th down again. You know he's going to throw it.
See if we can generate a little pressure here.
Yep. Just cover clean, tackle in front of the, line to gain.
All right, whistles. I think Coach Davis is going to get a timeout here.
Oh, I thought they might have called a false start.
Yeah, while we've got a timeout, we're going to get a few score updates from around the district. We talked about a lot of big games going on tonight. You see Provine with an early lead over North Pike, and you see Brookhaven already on top of South Jones. We talked about Brookhaven and South Jones both being undefeated going into tonight's play, and a one-score game between them here early.
14-7. They must have made the extra point. We're getting words. 14-7. So
that's what happens when we're second by second updates.
That's right.
They kicked it as we made the graphic.
We're right on it. So Yeah, so those are two interesting games. I mean, one's going to get their first loss, one's going to get their first win. So, and then here we are 1-1. I mean, it's weird how the district lays out 2-0, 2-0, 1-1, 1-1, 0-2, 0-2, and they're all playing each other. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting how that does out. So, big fourth down here by the Eagles. Man, if we can get off the field and go down and score before halftime and get the ball after halftime,
that'd be huge.
So, this is a big play for the Eagles right here. You know, we can get a 2-for-1 out of that deal.
Quarterback takes the snap, looking to his left. That ball's almost picked off by Cam Page, but that is going to be a stop. R.J. Davis with heavy pressure on the play, and the Eagle defense comes up big, gets a chance to get their offense the ball back with 4:41 and the lead here in this second quarter.
What a huge play and a huge opportunity for the Eagles, because the Eagles have not – the Eagles' sort of offense has been the opposite of Natchez. Natchez is fast, 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 go, go, go. Florence has been methodical and move it down. So, I mean, if you can go down here, get a touchdown, get a field goal, whatever, get the ball after halftime, do the same thing, boy, you really, really, really like the position you put yourself in. And Florence got some big beef in the backfield now, so I would bet they're going to run it out.
Give this one to Brian Davis off the left side. He makes a man miss, bounces outside around the 30 using that stiff arm. He's got a nice gain on first down.
That's a tough 5 yards, but it could have very well been a -2.
You know, with the way that Florence has been able to run the ball, you expect them just to continue to pound it and pound it and pound it. Even on the plays like that where it feels like they've had to work a little bit, it's still a big 5.5, 6 yard gain.
Yep.
They stay in this power formation under center. Ashley looking to throw this time. He throws this one away. They went with a little play action. And that's a good job by Ashley to get rid of that football and not take a sack.
The benefit of having a big man playing quarterback. You can have somebody hanging off of him, get rid of the ball. And you know what? Good for Kane. We talked about how much he's improved. Early in the year, Kane would have taken that sack.
Yep.
Now, instead of 3rd and 12, it's 3rd and 5. I mean, and so that's just his growth. He understands it's okay to throw the ball away and live to fight another day. So good on him for that.
Eagles go back to the shotgun, trips to the right this time. Ashley looking to pass. He's got a man underneath, overthrows Davis out in the flat. And that's going to bring up a punting situation for the Eagles. And so we talked about the Eagle offense, a chance to go down right here. Instead, you go 3 and out, going to give this football back pretty quick.
And you run about 20 seconds off the clock. Yeah. So in theory, if you're Florence, you still have the opportunity to do what I was talking about if you can make a stop right here. So let's get a good punt off right here and go stop them. Oh, we're going to fake it.
Off the right side.
Oh, it's
That's
close.
R.J. Davis.
It's close.
They've got him marked close to the line. They flag him ahead and say first down.
Oh, I love
I'm glad there's no replay in high school football. The chain gang has moved. They've marked him ahead. First down, Eagles. I thought we might get a fake right there based on what we saw. They had a bunch of Natchez defenders out to the right side, outside the tackle box. They snap it to the up back, and R.J. kind of goes down early there trying to get to the sticks.
He did, but
and he just got to the sticks.
The ball out. I mean, that's good football instinct. Florence just needs to run the ball here. They got a little excited trying to throw it. Let's just run the ball right here. You got plenty of time to run the ball and score.
Here comes Petit around the left side.
Block it.
Again, dragging a man.
That T-shirt will never be the same.
Going to be down near the first down. But you mentioned, hey, make them stop you. And they have proven that they are going to have a hard time doing that if we just continue to run the football.
Here's what's starting to happen. If we can wear them down and continue to wear them down, you like your chances in the second half. But yeah, you've got plenty of time. 3.5 minutes. You don't need to throw the ball. You don't need to hurry. We've used two timeouts on defense, so you've only got one. But if you can get out of bounds.
It looks like it. I don't know if Natchez is getting a timeout here, if they're just walking onto the field.
Well, we are going to have a player, and so I think they just kind of finally decided to call timeout on that deal.
All right, as they take a timeout, we will as well. Stay tuned for more Eagle football here on the Eagle Sports Network. All right, welcome back to Eagle Football on the Eagle Sports Network. Eagles with second down and short here. They're on 46-yard line. This time it is play action.
Open.
Ashley's got Keegan Taylor, and Keegan can't quite squeeze that one. Keegan has been a big part of this Eagle offense, and he's had some opportunities in recent weeks and has just struggled to catch the football. They continue to put him in space, and he's going to catch one of these soon. Big shot there, and we'll see how that plays out. It may loosen up that Bulldog defense just a little bit. Second time we see him go play action. This time it was very successful.
Yep, it's good. And you might see that play again. You might see that one again tonight.
Well, and you feel like on going play action there on third and very short sets you up where, hey, we can run this football, and so it's a good time to take that shot.
We might, well, okay. We broke the huddle with 12. I don't know if it's a high school rule or not. No, you can't do that in the upper leagues.
It is the run off the left side. Xavier Smith kind of gets tripped up in the backfield but keeps his balance and drives ahead for the first down.
And you're still – it's from the time the Eagles got the ball, we're still only a minute and a half off the clock. So, and you're already at the 50. You've got plenty of time to run your offense. You don't need to do anything special here. Just keep going.
Be a first down now for the Eagles.
And I wouldn't be surprised if one of the Eagles breaks one at some point here soon for 20 or so yards.
Ashley gives this one on the counter back inside to R.J. Davis.
Good play by number 24. Real good play. Hit him right in the feet, right where you got to go.
Short game for the Eagles. Clock ticks down near 2.5 now. Eagles extended this drive on a fake punt. Really like to score before the end of this half.
That'd be great.
Ashley pulls that snap down. This is RJ, and this ball is whistled dead.
Their coach is calling timeout. Their coach, I believe, is mad, and I don't blame him. 2 times on this drive, we've broken the huddle with 12, and he is not liking that at all.
All right, as they take a timeout, we'll take one as well. Stay tuned for more Eagle football here on the Eagle Sports Network. All right, welcome back to Eagle football here on the Eagle Sports Network. Eagles with the football. Second down at about 7, 2:15. Eagles lead 14-6. Trying to go down and get a score before the end of this half. Ashley in the shotgun. He's going to give this one to Davis around the right side, who's wrapped up in the backfield. Flags fly.
I think that's probably going to be a
we'll see if they get a horse collar here.
Yeah, or a hold on.
Number 71. 71. Red.
Yep. He does get a hold on 71. Bulldogs going to decline that one. Since they get a loss on the play, going to bring up third and about 10.
I would suspect I think we'll throw the football here. I really do.
I do too. I think it's time to take a shot, try to convert. You're trying to go get points. You've got a good punting unit. You feel like you can punt this ball deep and make them go the length of the field.
And if you get a 4th and 1, go for it.
Right.
Yeah, you got no deep safeties.
Actually, he's in the shotgun. He does go play action. Throws this one out to the left. That ball is really well defended by the Natchez defender, looking for Davis on the out. And just a good play there by the Bulldogs. He reaches in there and breaks it up. And Eagle offense is still on the field now. I think the punting unit comes on. Eagles have faked one so far on this drive. I don't expect to see that here.
I do not.
But we do have something brewing with a little formation. We'll see if they can catch them with something here. Natchez struggling to get lined up.
I think at some point you're going to see Hayden tuck one and run. I mean, he's an athlete. He's a soccer player. But I don't think this is the time.
He punts this one very high.
Good kick.
Eagles with a number of people to cover. Nice bounce. He receives it there. And the Eagles.
Good job. That's a brave play.
Really nice coverage.
Brave play, but at the same time, if he hadn't have done that, they may have had the ball at the 2.
He probably saves them 10, 15 yards of field position. And it's a brave play. We'll call it brave because it worked out well for him. If he bobbles that ball there, we call it. We use a different term for that play.
Yeah, but it was the correct play. It really was. Now, maybe not taking it and running with it, but maybe grab it and fall. But he saved them 10, 15 yards because that ball was going.
Eagle defense looking to make a stop here, get off the field. Bulldogs run this one this time, and he's got a nice gain for a first down up near the 30-yard line. We've seen this Natchez Bulldog offense be really effective moving the football. They can go quickly.
And I think they only
Clock's
have one
running
timeout as well.
Just about a minute and a half, but that's plenty of time the way they get on the football and go. Rolls out to his right, looking to pass this time. Has his man out near the 43-yard line. That ball is caught. He falls out of bounds. It's a perfect play for the Bulldogs as that not only gets a first down but also stops the clock. Eagles not going to panic here. You just don't want to give up the big play. You sure don't want to let him go all the way down the field and score here. This time he throws that one away. Eagle coaching staff looking for a flag on the intentional grounding. He is inside the tackle box, but I think they're pointing at a potential eligible receiver in the area. And
there was somebody in the area.
He's loosely in the area.
Yeah,
he doesn't
absolutely.
have to be immediately,
Yeah, no,
he's just got to be in the ballpark.
No, he was throwing it toward a receiver.
Eagles keeping a couple of safeties back over top here. See if that Eagle defense can get a little pressure. Just rushed 3 here. He's looking to his left. Eagles have everybody covered. This one's thrown up, and that ball is caught, but they rule him inbounds at about the 40-yard line. Nice catch by number 4.
That was a good
Natchez
play.
got away with an obvious hold in the backfield as Trip Smith's going to get his jersey pulled off.
Well, and a false start. Yeah, 56 got held bad. All right, see if we can hold him right here. It's a good throw.
First down.
Really good throw.
For the Bulldogs. They're into Eagle territory at the 40-yard line. 45 seconds left on the clock. Clock is running down now under 40. Looking to pass again, this time to his right, one-on-one. He's got number 4.
Good coverage.
That's really
Brian.
nice coverage by Brian Davis. One-on-one, doesn't interfere, uses the sideline as an extra defender, makes a nice play.
Yep. 30 seconds, big. Yeah, I think it's touchdown or bust for Natchez here. So,
you just got to keep him out of the end zone.
That's right.
And Eagles are playing a safety over the top, but when they get that one-on-one and an outside release, he's willing to take that shot. See if they look at it again here. As Davis played his side well. This time he's looking to his left, a little wheel route underneath.
This has worked several times. It's going to work again. That's all right. Good
Ball
tackle.
is caught, complete,
Good tackle.
out near the 25-yard line. Be another first down. The Bulldogs on the move here. Clock will stop while they reset these chains. Interesting to see if they spike this one or run a play. Clock running again now, 19-18. Continues to tick, and they do spike it to stop the clock. So 14 seconds. It'll be second down from the 25-yard line.
Yeah, that's plenty. That quarterback's got plenty of arm to get that into the end zone. Cut it in half on first down.
Yeah,
the clock will stop if you get a first down.
You're looking at 2 plays here, potentially. Yep. I'd be surprised if you could get more than that, even as quickly as Natchez goes. You're looking at 2 plays. Be interesting to see how the Eagles play this.
Yeah.
They only have still 2 deep safeties, so.
Yeah, and one of those is not feeling real good, so hopefully Natchez does not see that.
Yeah.
And pick on him.
He runs this one
very
now.
Interesting. Good.
He's going to be
play.
stopped in the backfield.
They've got a timeout. That's their last timeout. So they might throw this next one toward the end zone.
Yeah, I don't understand that running the ball there because now it's going to be third down and it really only leaves you with the option. You can still save and use your timeout, but it just puts you in a weird spot here where
it does. Anything short of a first down inbounds, the half's over.
Yeah, the half's over.
Yeah.
So you've almost got to throw it into the end zone there. I'm not sure how that play really helps you much, but it helps you if you're a Florence fan.
It does.
Because
it'll be
you
interesting.
got
Look, the
9
quarterback's got plenty
seconds.
of arm. He's got plenty of arm. He can get it there. Great athlete. He can keep him, buy himself some time to let his guys get down there. And
he can
throw
play.
it.
He
He's a
can
great
keep plays
player.
alive, roll out.
He can.
And sometimes that's when you lose a guy, when the play is being kept alive, it breaks down. And the Bulldogs have also had success simply on just a little outside release in their one-on-ones. It looks like the Eagles now have a couple of safeties over the top, a little more of a 3-deep look.
Yep. Just tackle right here. If you're Florence, if they are short of the goal line, just tackle.
See if the Eagles can win a one-on-one up front here, get a little pressure. Here comes Trip Smith.
There you
that
go.
Ball falls incomplete over the middle.
Get one more play. That's a dangerous throw because about 2 steps and RJ catches that, and
nobody in front of him.
Nobody catches him if somebody can block.
So 4th down now, 4 seconds. Expect this to be the last play of the half, and for the Eagles, it's just to keep it out of the end zone situation.
Right. And if they are outside the end zone, you grab them and hold on for all you got. But I'd be surprised if this ball does not go all the way into the end zone.
I think you've got to fly this one. The Eagles expect that. They've got now 4 guys backing up. He's looking to his left, now back into the middle. Pressure comes. They do go underneath.
Tackle.
He's going to break that one out to the right side.
Very
and
good.
That's a nice
play.
play.
That's all you do. That's Aiden Hemphill. Yep. Told you he wasn't going to be out long.
That's a great play by Hemphill, who just pursues. The Eagles have a man down behind the play, and I think that's Batee down behind the play. They'll go check on him, but a great play by Hemphill to end the half as the Eagles run off here. And that preserves the lead that these Eagles have built, and the 14-6 lead is big.
And the Eagles get
because
the ball.
they're going to get the football back.
And hopefully we can make some adjustments and move the ball again after half. Hopefully Batee's okay because we all know that he's a player. They're looking at his upper body. It tells me, you might have got the breath knocked out of him or something. Let's hope that's all it is.
It feels like good news when they're not looking at a knee, not looking at an ankle or something like that.
They seem to be looking at his upper body, which, it could be a shoulder, but it also could be breath knocked out of him. So hopefully he gets up and Batee is okay, not only for this game, but just in general.
Good first half for the Eagles. They take the lead 14-6 into the locker room. We're going to take you to a quick commercial break, and when we get back, we've got some halftime activities for you. I don't think the band is going to play, but we've got some highlights from the pep rally today. And we've got a halftime interview coming up right now with Coach Davis on the sideline. He makes his way over here. Good to see Batee okay. We'll hear from Coach Davis right now as he makes his way over to David.
Hey, Coach, 8-point ball game going into the half. What do the guys got to do coming out in the second half just take control of this game?
And we're moving the ball pretty good on offense. Defensively, we got to correct some things, fix some things, and just tackle, man. We gave up a couple runs there and a couple pass plays, and then timely missed time penalties against us. So we got to be better at that. Clean it up, and we'll come out in the second half, and we'll try to dominate the second half.
Appreciate you, Coach. Back to you guys.
All right, so you heard it from Coach Davis. We'll talk about that in a minute. In the meantime, we don't want to miss the dance team. They always put on a great show. They will tonight as well.
State champions.
State championship dance
state
team.
Champions.
That's right.
Yep. I know a couple of those kids that's down there. Yeah.
Pretty good crew.
They are. They look. What's crazy about it is, the football team. Everybody comes to watch the football team, talks about the football team, but look, the band works hard. This dance team works hard. These ROTC kids that are out here, they work hard, and they deserve just as much a pat on the back from everybody as the football team does.
Home, away, they travel.
That's right. And a lot of these girls not only dance here at the school, they dance for studios and things like that. So it is a commitment, I can assure you.
It's one of the things that makes Florence community so special is it's not just about the football team. It's a school-wide, a community-wide effort. They do get a lot of support. It was band night tonight.
Yep.
The band played before the game. I think there may have been more people. There were some people who definitely came to hear the band.
Yeah.
That have since made their exit, and so band gets a lot of support. Dance team does. Really, all the activities that the school does. Thankful to be such a part of such a great community, blessed in so many ways.
Ladies and gentlemen, give a hand to Florence Eagle Eye Dance Team.
Good evening. My name is Lieutenant Colonel Will Brown, and I'm here to welcome you guys to our annual Veterans and First Responders Appreciation Program. I want to welcome
All right, awesome job by our dance.
to acknowledge all veterans and first responders. Please join us in a round of applause as we honor our veterans.
All right, so as you can see, in addition to a great football game, it is also a special Veterans Day presentation going on, and so you'll see this presentation going on for our veterans down on the field.
And next, the Mighty Navy. Honor, privilege, and commitment. And next, the Mighty Marine Corps. Super Brigade. Next, the Mighty Coast Guard. Super Brigade. Lastly, we would like to honor our first responders. Please give these men and women a little round of applause. And at this time, please join the Florence High School Choir in singing America the Beautiful. We cannot forget those that didn't make it home. Please have a moment of silence for those who gave the ultimate sacrifices. Cadets, staff sergeant, Mary Rose Thomason, displays the POW flag at the PPO. Please remain silent as cadet members here being placed. Thank you everyone for your time and appreciation for these veterans and first responders that have served our country. This will conclude our program.
All right, folks, on your feet, give them a hand for our veterans and our first responders.
we've made it out to the warehouse where we're carrying bentonite products for drilling applications. We're carrying absorbents for any kind of spill applications, traffic control products for any other traffic control needs you have. We even have pallets of water. So safety is a big thing for us here at ESI Supply. So come see any of our 8 employees and any of our 7 employees, and we'll be happy to help.
No gimmicks, just roofs, strength, roofing, and siding.
Come on, we're gonna be late.
No, school. No.
When your garage door breaks, you don't just need fast, you need super fast. Call today and we'll send a certified garage technician to your home. Quality repairs done so fast, it's like nothing ever happened.
They're not fast, they're super fast.
Call today and we're on the way.
All right, welcome back to Eagle Football here on the Eagle Sports Network as the Eagles lead the Natchez Bulldogs 14-6 in what was a really closely contested first half. The Eagle offense was able to move the ball effectively, especially early in the half.
Yep.
They slowed down near the end of the half, and the Eagle defense played pretty well also. Only gave up the 1 touchdown drive, and especially played well later in the half. And so the situation is that the Eagles are going to get this football, and you want to see them start out this third quarter just like they started out the first quarter.
That's right, and you might get good field position off this kick. You know, earlier the first time Natchez had a kickoff, they didn't kick it real well. And so Florence has got to be awake here and cover, and hopefully you can get some good field position out of it. And if he does kick it down there, one of our guys is going to get his hands on it and hopefully get a good run.
Talked about this left-footed kicker. He does kick this one. He squibs it again, takes a high bounce.
Just jump on it. There you go.
And flags fly.
It's going to be offside, so they're going to kick that back from the 35. Okay, it looks like we've lost our white hand. Oh, there he is. He's way down here, back here. I got you. Re-kick. So it's a false start, offsides, whatever you want to call it for the kickoff. So Florence going to get a little bit better field position here. Need to be awake here if you're Florence. I mean, we've seen that twice in a row.
And you struggle with it twice in a row.
Struggle with it. You know,
it's spinning.
RJ
it's
needs
crazy.
to step up about 5 yards and just catch it in the air.
That's it. You really want to catch this. He took a high hop there and he let it bounce the second time. You really don't want it to let it bounce that second time.
Yeah, catch it in the air if you can. So here we go. Should get good field position here if you're Florence. Got to be awake on that front line. If he onside kicks it or kicks it right at you, you got to be willing to catch it.
And sometimes, if it's not even an intentional onside kick,
right.
sometimes he's just kind of striking it sideways.
Oh, that's a
good
one.
He hits this one better. Eagles have a chance to return.
That's
Petit takes this one.
Good run.
Cuts up across the 25-yard line.
That's
tackled
a good.
there.
That's a good kick right there.
It was. That's what
one.
I was saying earlier. I'm not sure if those kicks that were squibbers were really intentional or if he was just kind of missing them off the side of his foot.
He smoked that one. All right, so big drive for the Eagles. We need to, like you said, we need to reestablish that run. See if we can, reestablish their dominance on the line of scrimmage and run down there and score. If Florence can get, a field goal here, make it a 2-score game, that changes things. Even if it goes to you get a field goal here. So points right here for Florence would be huge.
Yeah, the offensive line really needs to find their form here early. See if they can open up some holes, let these backs do their thing like they did early in that first half. They do give it off this time. Xavier Smith with a nice run.
There you go.
And right on cue.
It's a good run. It's a good run by him. Somebody, one of their defensive linemen had some penetration, and he ran through the arm tackle. So good effort for him. And good on the offensive line because once he got past that one guy, there wasn't anybody else there to get him.
Yeah, he got to the second level in a hurry, and he does a nice job if he can get into those secondary defenders, being a hard runner to bring down. Going to give this one to him again, this time off the left side. He again breaks through the line of scrimmage. Not as many, but still a nice job blocking that up off the left side of that O-line.
You'll take 2nd and 5 all day.
This is what we talked about. If the Eagles can just continue to sustain this success and
That's
you feel
right.
like you can just go 5-6 yards at a time and then eventually kind of break off a bigger one, and you don't feel like that Natchez has been able to stop you when you've just continued to run the ball at them. You have the power package in. You see Kason Harris off this right side. They do run behind him. This time it's Davis who cuts this one back across into the middle. He's got another first down. That's a really great cut. That the play is designed to go to the outside, but the Natchez defenders move outside, and Davis takes his cut right back up the middle and has a nice gain. 1st and 10 into the Bulldog territory.
Doing what you're doing if you're Florence.
Natchez is creeping a few guys up to the line this time.
They are, and that could be dangerous if they creep up too much and he gets to that second level. There's not going to be anybody there, but it worked right there.
Well, you talked about that. That almost happened. They get a shoelace there, and he ends up going down. But if he gets that other foot back in the ground and stands up, he's got a chance to turn that one into a long one if he breaks that one tackle.
Up, if you get, they got 8 in the box here where they're walking up a 9th. If you get past that first 7, it's going to be trouble. So we'll see what happens here.
Give this one to RJ off the left side. He runs through a tackle. He's going to be near another first down.
You put 9 in the box and you can get 4 or 5 yards of play, run it.
Yeah. and they're hitting the edge. And, sometimes even when you've got 8 in the box, if you're hitting that edge, you're not running at the center of that 8.
Yep.
And they seem to have gotten a better matchup off the edge of both sides.
Mm-hmm.
When they kind of run just inside that tight end right on the edge, they've had a lot of success. They do it again there.
Yep.
And
he got the first down, but Natchez starting to pin their ears back now. Man, if you're Florence and you've got a screen pass in your holster, it might be time to pull it out because they are pinning their ears back.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, I've watched a lot of Florence football. I don't think I've seen them run a screen this year, so I'm not sure they do.
Now would be the time. If
but
you've got one, just let that D-line come and dump it right over top of them.
Same with the play action, if you can get something like that going here.
But they are just going to stay with what they got. Why?
Nice run off the left side by RJ.
That's why I'm up here and they're down there. They're just going to stick with what's working.
It just keeps on churning.
That's right.
And they've proven they will go to that when they need to, but I think it's just a situation where you force them to stop you. Don't help them, just make them stop.
Well, and you see RJ coming off. RJ runs it 2-3 times. Then you put Xavier back in there. He runs it 2-3 times, and I mean it is it's death by 1,000 cuts.
And then you give it to Davis around the edge.
That's right. See, fresh guy coming in, and they stopped him, but again, it's still a 1 or 2 yard gain.
Yeah, and what you see is the Natchez defense really trying to commit some bodies forward, and this is where you say, okay, they've committed some bodies and gotten into a third down. You can still run this ball on third down. I wouldn't be surprised to see Coach Davis do that. I think he's probably looking at this as 4-down territory, and you see if they back off a little bit now on third, and all of a sudden you can convert this on the ground.
Yeah.
We'll see if they continue to run it at them or if they let Ashley put this one in the air.
You've got Brian in the shotgun, Brian next to Kane.
And it's a
bunch. May try to run outside. Yeah,
it's a bunch in the toss.
Yeah.
Natchez Bulldogs are all over that. That's a little quick toss, and you're trying to get the corner out of that bunch, and they just never were able to seal that right side. They had penetration through the right side early, left Brian nowhere to go, and it's going to bring up a 4th down situation. I think this is still outside of kicking range, and so I expect to see the offense stay on the field here. So about the only thing to do is go for it. Ball's on the 39-yard line. I don't think you'll punt from here unless it's a drop-back pooch punt.
Somewhere along the way, football lost the coffin corner kick. This would be the perfect time for it, but we're going to go for it and see what we got.
Yeah, Coach Davis is going to get a timeout, trying to get the right guys on the field. We'll bring you this 4th down play when we come back. Stay tuned here on the Eagle Sports Network. All right, we're back for a 4th down play. Looks like the Eagles bring out the punting unit here. They have faked one tonight. Uh-oh, this ball's mishandled by Boykin.
Just kick it.
He takes his time,
beautiful.
Settles, sends this one down.
Let it go.
And look at this punt.
Wow.
Look at the result as it rolls all the way down inside the 10-yard line.
Great.
Disaster
Great job by
narrowly
him.
avoided as
Great job.
we see it. The snap's a little high. It goes between his hands. He turns around, grabs it, picks it up, gets the punt off quick, and it's about as good a result as you would have hoped for.
Well, and that's the benefit of having an athlete as your punter. He's not. He never panicked, never worried about it. He calmly went back there, picked it up, and kicked it. So.
And now your defense has got to play. You didn't get the score you wanted coming out of the locker room, but you did pin the other team back deep, get on their field position, win. Let's see if the defense
turnover
can keep
right now would be beautiful for the Eagles.
Deep right here. Quarterback in the shotgun alone. Now he motions a back in with him. He gives it to the back. He's going to be still on his feet. As Coach
Good
Davis
run,
mentioned
first down.
right at going into the locker room that the Eagles got a tackle in the second half. They missed one here, and it cost them as they get a chance to get him right at the line of scrimmage, as it is going to bring up second and about one. Got an Eagle slow to get up on the play. I think that is Xavier Smith. Xavier's been banged up most of the year, and he just kind of continues to work and play through it. He's really played well these last couple of weeks because he's gotten healthy for the first time in a long time, and you need to keep him healthy, and so he'll come off here, but hopefully he can walk that off and get back on the field in a hurry. Going to be 2nd and 1 here. This is the situation where that Natchez, frankly, hadn't been in a lot. Yeah. They've been in long yardage multiple times tonight, and this may be a shot situation for them.
Yep.
Little quick pitch to the right this time. He's going to be tackled in the backfield as Battie catches him and throws him out of bounds before he gets that corner. Going to bring up a third down. It's a really nice play by Battie.
And you also, man, if you can get a loss on this play, it would be real interesting to see what Natchez does from here. Go for it or punt. If you're in a 3rd and 4, so. Plenty of time on the play clock. Well, the play clock has stopped for some reason.
Quarterback gives us to the running back. He misses a tackle in the backfield, and he's going to have yardage for the first down. The Eagles had a chance to get him for a big loss, just kind of run by the play. It's going to be a first down for the Bulldogs. Coaching staff had the right call on as they send pressure right where that was coming. Eagles just couldn't get him wrapped up.
Looks like Natchez going to a little power right here, too.
They do give it to the first man through. Eagles ready and waiting for him. Cam Page on his end. Kason Harris gets a little penetration there. Good first down stop for the Eagles.
You just watch. He's going to stick it in somebody's gut here in a minute and back out and throw it. So the Eagles need to be awake on that backside because he could throw it.
He does go play action here. Drifts out to his right side. Pressure comes. That ball is overthrown. Kason Harris brings the pressure, forces the overthrow, and a very, very late flag behind the play.
Not really sure what that is.
Ineligible receiver downfield, I think, is what that. Yeah, based on where that was thrown.
He's patting his head. I would decline that. Make it what, 3rd and?
Yeah, bring 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. I'd decline that.
But the ineligible is loss of down.
So here we go. Yep, loss of down. No.
It's going to be 3rd
Earlier
down.
in the game, it was a loss of down, so hopefully it'll be 3rd and 15 here, 3rd and 16. 3rd down, yep.
All right, so
3rd and long.
It's going to be 3rd and about 15 yards. Again, they've had this problem with the chain gang getting the down marker correctly.
Yep.
He's still trying to signal to his guy to change the down marker, and he doesn't seem to want to, and now he does.
Here's another situation in the opposite end of the field or whatever, but another situation for Florence, just tackle here. Don't let the defense get behind you and just tackle. Ooh.
And that's something that they've had a hard time doing in certain cases.
Yeah.
Been in this situation multiple times tonight and hadn't been able to get the big stop when they needed it.
Yep.
We'll see if they can here, and we'll see what they go to, see if they kind of sit back in a zone, which has been successful for them at times, but Natchez has been able to hit some guys. Looks like you've got man on the outside for sure on Brian Davis's side. They are looking at Davis.
Pressure.
He's got him beat over the top.
That's a good throw.
That's
and
a nice
catch.
throw and
That's
catch.
a great play.
And Davis a little slow to get up. He's got that one-on-one coverage and gets a little inside release. And the throw is just on the money. I mean, Brian Davis is not in bad position at all, but the throw is right on the money, stride for stride. He makes the tackle and then
the stomach there.
Yeah, and it looks like he may have come down on that arm. Yeah. We'll just let them get him checked out and see. You see an awesome turnout tonight as the fans are still here cheering on the Eagles. See the band. They're getting ready for a big competition tomorrow. So expect to see them have an awesome time as they get ready
High
for
School. They'll be at Brandon High School, and they're performing at 8:45. So you got plenty of time to do all your chores.
Go check it out.
Go eat some dinner, and then go out there and watch them
Yeah,
perform.
and by the way, that's 8:45 p.m. Not in the morning.
That's right, p.m. So you got all day. Get everything you need to get done. Get all your honeydews done. Go get you some dinner out towards Brandon, and then go watch the band.
All right, as they continue to tend to Brian, they do have him turned over. They're talking to him here. And let's go ahead and take you to a timeout. And as they tend to him, we'll come back and get an update when we return right here on the Eagle Sports Network.
I'm going to say over under 3 plays he sits out.
All right, so you see Brian Davis able to get back off the field under his own control. Kind of came down hard there. And so, interesting, though, he will have to come off the field, which brings somebody else on. And I'm trying to see, looks like, is that 13 on? I think they've moved 13 in at safety.
Yeah, Keegan's at safety.
So they've moved Keegan in.
And then Rylan over here on the corner.
Give this one to the running back, 23,
Hold.
who breaks it outside.
Good gracious. Okay, well, they didn't call it.
No,
All right.
no flags
It's
fly.
only a hold if it gets
That's
called.
right. Going to be a good gain on first down as the Bulldogs are into Eagle territory. Davis back on. You were, if you had the under on that, you were in good shape. Motion now as they give this one to the running back again. We miss a tackle in the backfield. He bounces it to the outside. Hempill's able to bring him down at about the 15-yard line.
All right.
Natchez knocking on the door here, as they have been able to move the ball effectively on this drive on the ground, and then had the
player down.
Had the big pass play. Eagles got another injury on the field here. Looks like Cam Page on that far sideline. And Scott, what do you think is the key for the Eagle defense here to try to get this Bulldog offense slowed down as they continue to move this football on this drive? They've been able to run it, but the big pass play and the big conversion on third down was the killer.
The reality is tackle. We've hit them on that play right there. Hit the running back. Now he's a big, strong running back. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from him, but we've got to step up and we've got to tackle. I think a lot of times, not just Florence, but football in general, people try to knock people down instead of the old-fashioned just grab them and hang on. So we just have to tackle here. But a team like Natchez that likes to throw the ball, could have issues in the red zone because, again, it shortens that field. It gets it closer. So if we can tackle here, it's 4 downs. You're going to have to stop them 4 downs. We know that. So, and you got to figure they're going to go for 2 if they do score. So you're going to have to make some stops out here, and you're going to have to tackle. And if I'm Natchez, I'm not ready to throw the ball yet. I'm like Florence. Let's just run.
I feel like I want to see Florence force them to throw the ball rather than that. I'd like to see them kind of commit to stopping that run, which they've struggled to do this drive, especially after the third down conversion.
Yeah, you just got to, if you get your hands on him, you got to stop him.
Give it to 13, and the defense does hit him in the backfield right there.
That's a great start. Great start to that.
That's Kason Harris, who just blows that play up from the beginning. Yeah. And it feels like if you kind of commit to stopping that run, while the quarterback has made some nice throws, you like your chances at defending the pass when you know it's coming. Davis again got the one-on-one to the outside.
Quarterback kept it and
fake the handoff.
Feet.
Quarterback tries to go straight ahead.
So here we go again, 3rd and long. And, you know, it's 4-down territory. If I'm Natchez, I'm trying to cut this in half. Not necessarily getting it all, but here we go again, another 3rd and long.
Let's see if the Eagles stay with this man coverage on the outside. Looks like they dropped Davis back as the safety, maybe to help over the top this time. Hemphill drops deep over the other side. He's going to keep this one, looking to throw on his right, trying to set up the screen. Flags fly.
Does set up the screen, and Florence stops it. It's going to be looks like a hold.
Either a hold or block in the back.
It's going to be a hold. I saw the ref give it hold. Let's see what he says.
Number 4.
Yeah, he was unmuted.
Hold up.
They're trying to decide.
John, where would the 4 down be at? Where would 4?
All right, they're trying to get this call figured out, talking about what the situation will be if they decline or accept the penalty.
Yeah,
you saw Coach it is Davis, a hold. Coach Davis wants to know the situation.
You know, it's 3rd and 30 or 3rd and 25 or about 4th and 15. So they're going to go for 4th down here.
Yeah,
I think that's a good call.
You want to
Coach
bring
Davis.
up 4th down. It's 4th and long already.
But again, you got to make a play. If
now
you're
you
Florence
just got to make a play.
Go in to throw the ball, put a little pressure on this quarterback, and let's see what we can do. You get 22 in space, he's going to get the 1st down because he's a good player.
Big 4th down play. Quarterback looking to pass. Pressure right up the middle. They get to him. He's got to turn this one loose.
Very good.
And it's an
Very
incomplete
good
pass.
That's a great defensive
Trip
call.
Smith, Noah Myers with that pressure right up the middle.
Really good defensive call. They didn't wait. They just came after him.
And there was a busted assignment for Natchez up front as you had a little twist that happened. They lost a guy, and the Eagles able to get pressure really without bringing anybody, which meant there was nobody to throw it to. That's a huge stop for the Eagle defense.
Great job. They didn't hold back. They came after him. Great call. Now, let's do something on offense right here. Let's run this thing. Let's score a touchdown sometime in the 4th quarter with 2 minutes to go in the half. But if they want to, run 85 yards, I'm good with that too.
This ball's loose. Looked like the Eagles are able to recover it as they're trying to run that little handoff on the sweep to the motion man. And we didn't get the snap back there. Not sure where they missed that, but the result will be a loss on 1st down. It's just not what you want to do after a big turnover on downs, just come out and go backward.
It's not, but you got on the ball. It's better than the alternative.
It's those kind of things that Florence offense has struggled with in moments where you have an opportunity to maybe seize a little momentum. You have a play like that, and it just puts you behind the chains, makes this conversion or makes the opportunity to try to get a fresh set of downs just a little tougher. They give it to Davis this time. He's got a nice
good run
hole off the left side.
Right. So now 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 3-ish. So, yeah, very manageable.
And you want to be in 3rd and short, but if you just get the snap on 1st down, that's a 1st down run, and you're talking about a different situation as it is. You want to go ahead and convert this.
Yeah.
They've had a lot of
1st down here would be huge for Florence.
Had a lot of success on the ground. See if they can run this one straight ahead. And give it to RJ. Nice hole off the left side, and he's got a 1st down run.
Now you know for sure you're not giving the ball back to the 4th quarter. I mean, you can run a play here. If you're Florence, you hang on to the ball, you run the ball again. Run this thing to the 4th quarter and see if your conditioning is better than theirs. That's where the game is won.
He was on 1st down now. Ball about the 31. Give it off the right side. That was Xavier Smith with a nice gain on 1st down.
Good to see him back. If I'm Florence, I'm holding them. Yeah, they're not going to run another play.
Yeah, I think that play is going to bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter with the Eagles leading 14-6. When we come back, we will bring you what we hope to be an exciting 4th quarter of football between the Florence Eagles and the Natchez Bulldogs right here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Hey, this is Patrick with ESI Supply. Do you ever have problems with your employees not wearing their safety gear that you issue because it's not comfortable? Well, at ESI Supply, we can help do a personal protective equipment evaluation to show you what's on the market. That way you don't have to resort to scare tactics to get your employees to wear their PPE. So come by and let us do that evaluation for you here at ESI Supply.
All right, welcome back to the Eagle Sports Network. Beginning of this fourth quarter, Eagles have the football. Their own 37-yard line. Second about 5. They give this one to Smith. Big hole off the left side.
Good run.
He's going to have a first down. Be tackled near the 45-yard line. This Eagle offensive line has played well tonight.
They have played. This is probably the best run blocking I've seen them do this year.
Played well tonight.
Done a great job.
And you feel like if you can go down and finish off a drive, that may be enough. You're up a score. You put another one up this late in the game. You feel really good about the situation you put your team in. Give it to Smith again, straight ahead. He's hit after a short gain. That's the other thing that happens when you continue to run. You see, we saw it last drive. Those Bulldog defenders have to creep a little closer to the line of scrimmage, open up some opportunities to break a big one, or maybe even something in the pass game. Maybe you catch somebody off guard here.
But I still think if you're Florence, you just keep pounding the rock.
There you go. Xavier Davis again. He's got a first down and more. Stays on his feet, carrying defenders. That's what we talk about. You got a chance to break the longer runs as they move those defenders up. You break one tackle, or you get one crease, and now you're into the second level.
Right.
And rather than just a gain of 2 or 3, it's a gain of 10 or 12,
right.
Maybe more.
And if you're Florence, yes, we want a touchdown, but look, we're getting closer and closer to at least getting 3. You make this thing a 2-score game at minimum. I mean, yes, we want the touchdown, but again, we talked about how much of a weapon having a kicker is. You got to feel good if you're a coach as you move the ball down the field here.
Ashley gives this one straight ahead. That's R.J. Davis.
It's beginning to open up just a little bit more than it was.
And it's the wear of the long drive and the number of times that they have been on. You see this happening. As the drive goes longer, the Eagle offensive line is more effective. And that Bulldog front seems to wear down a little, and now all of a sudden you're getting bigger and bigger chunks.
That's right. Just keep pushing forward if you're Florence. Don't change anything,
It's really been R.J. Davis and Xavier Smith that have been the effective runners tonight.
They're both in there at the same time now. That's kind of a little bit different than what it's normally been.
And give this one to R.J., who's hit right at the line of scrimmage.
But he's still going to push.
The Eagles kind of miss a man up front. You see it bring up third down. They had to commit an extra body. Had one more that the Eagles could block there. He gets onto Davis before he can get to those sticks. So third down about 3.
So
now they've run Brian Davis on here.
You've got Brian and you've got Batee in the game. So you're going to, I would think we're going to go outside somewhere here. You got the wide side.
Like to run that little sweep to this side to Davis.
But you're going to have to seal that edge.
He's coming off of it. They run to it. He cuts it back across the inside into the open field. He's going to go. Touchdown Eagles is Brian Davis. They line up to run the sweep. He did it earlier in the game. Instead of breaking it outside, he looks back to the inside, and there is no one left inside. He cuts it upfield and breaks it off for the long touchdown run. That's a big one for the Eagles.
That's right. That's huge. And so we're going to go up here. And so I think now things are going to get exciting if you're on defense, because I think the run game for Natchez is pretty much done. They are going to start slinging it, and we'll see what happens with that when they do that.
Yeah, and that gives you chances to make plays, and we've got some ball hawk guys in the secondary. As you see, this kick is up and good. So it'll be interesting here.
Big drive. Good job, good job, good job. You know, sometimes the Eagle coaches fall in love with a play. They kind of, and it doesn't work, and it doesn't work. Tonight's one of those nights. You know what? Fall in love, stay in love. Let's keep running that thing.
And that's just a really good block on the inside. You see Keegan Taylor had a nice block. You see the offensive line that was pulling around. I missed his number, but just does a good job. And then the key is Brian Davis follows his blockers well, sets them up well. They've seen that play designed to cut to the outside. He puts his foot in the ground, cuts it back up, and there's just nobody home as the defenders really have no choice but to flow out and try to beat him to the outside when he cuts back into the inside.
That's right.
Rivers part, and it's 6 points for the Eagles. And they lead this one now 21-6 with under 9 left to go here in this fourth quarter. That was a big score.
It was huge. So it'll be interesting to see what we do on the kick here. We've kicked it off long 3 times. I just don't think it's time to change it. Just kick the ball. The receiver is up here at the 15. You know, it'd be nice if he could aim one off and land it on the number 10, just to see what happens.
And we've seen that he can kick the ball just about anywhere he wants to.
Yeah, just make that thing land.
I think he's put 3 for 3 into the end zone tonight. Maybe they had a chance to return 1.
Yep.
He does drive this one. What you're wanting to see if it gets the bounce. Oh, it bounces out of bounds.
But that's okay. That's okay. It's a good idea if it had just stuck.
Just a little unlucky hop there, and there's only so much you can do about the way a football bounces. The thing's not round.
He hit it like I hit my pitching wedge. It doesn't stop when it's supposed to. It just keeps on rolling.
And
but that's okay. They're gonna get it at the 35. I think Natchez they're gonna come out slinging it, and they've got a quarterback that is absolutely capable of doing it. So let's see what the Florence defense can do. You see Keegan coming in.
Yeah, they're running an extra defensive back on here.
Looks like Brookhaven and South Jones, man, they're fighting
tied
it out.
Up in one.
And North Pike has jumped out in front of Provine.
Yeah, Provine's struggling this year, but that's an interesting score line at Brookhaven.
Yeah.
South Jones 14-7. Right here, it's 21-6. Eagle defense looking to get their offense back.
There we go.
You get a false start here. We've been talking about this a number of times. Number 4 and number 7 for the Bulldogs like to get a little bit of a head start out here at their wide receiver positions. It's happened a number of times. This is the first time that it's been called, and I think that's something that the coaching staff may have made sure that side judge was aware of. First and 5. Quarterback is going to give this one.
Tackle.
Trip Smith just stays home, plays his assignment, and makes a perfect form tackle.
That's what you do. That's what you got to do. Listen, if you're Florence right now, it's tackle, tackle, tackle. Nothing big, nothing behind you. Make them work for everything because they've got to score twice.
Got an injured Bulldog on the field, and as they tend to him, we're going to take you to a commercial break. So thankful for all of our sponsors. So see a word from them. We'll bring you the conclusion of this football game when we come back here on the Eagle Sports Network. right, the trainers are able to get 22 off the field. Lower leg injury, not putting much weight on that, but hopefully he'll be back.
Hopefully he's good because he's a good player.
Second long here.
Again, if you're Florence, keep everything in front of you, tackle.
Looking to pass this time to his right. He throws this one out to his right and overthrows his receiver. Scott, you mentioned that when they're in passing situations, you know they're coming. It can be exciting for the defense.
Yeah.
He misses that one a little bit. He misses that one in the middle of the field. A red jersey's coming to come get it.
Yes, yeah. And almost, Batee was not far from catching that one. So, yeah, again, if you're Florence, keep it in front of you, make good tackles. Clock's going to run, you know, if you tackle them inbounds and everything. So, just play fundamental defense here. Looks like we're backing off on the corners just a little bit, and I like that.
Here comes pressure. The Eagles literally had a man tackled in the backfield. They do fly the flag, and they still get a sack.
I believe you decline this penalty if you're Coach Davis, without question.
Trip Smith had a Natchez defender jump on his back, and another Natchez defender is able to get in the backfield for a sack, and so that's going to be a nice win for that Eagle defense.
For sure, you're going to decline it. Looks like they're going to punt here.
Yeah, hard to go for it as late a situation as it is.
And if you're Florence,
we've seen this one time before this game.
I try to block this thing.
Yeah, they didn't put anybody
give everything
back.
I had.
Not again. Run a guy on late here. Natchez trying to get figured out all their guys as well. Eagles with no return man. The snap was very slow and high last time, and the Eagles did get a touch.
Oh, wow.
All right, so we did get a score update from Brookhaven. We've got a timeout here.
That's an interesting move by Natchez. I mean, you let the clock run all the way down and then call timeout when you're down 2 scores.
And it's 4th and 30.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we're trying to – I mean, I can't imagine we're trying to set something up to go for it. It's 4th and 30. The ball is on the 15-yard line. Unless they just couldn't get somebody lined up.
Yeah.
Thought they were going to run out of time. Even then, I'd probably just take 5 more yards.
Delay. Yeah, you're going to
need the timeout later.
Timeout later. Because, again, look, their offense
looks like the Eagles are getting ready to run the defense back out. They think,
I would.
They think that, either Natchez may be going for this. They're just going to play it safe.
Just play defense. And look, and Natchez offense is capable of scoring twice quickly.
Sure.
They've got it in them. So, I mean, if you're Natchez, you just kick this thing and get it out of here and see if you can play a little defense. They're going to have to stop that run because you know Florence is going to run that clock. So, be interesting to see what happens here. Brookhaven's up 14-10 on South Jones now.
South Jones inches their way back.
Not really sure. Oh, he's not back there far, but they're going to punt. And Florence just going to play defense.
Now they're still looking at the sideline now. Maybe we're ready. Now the Eagles move some guys up. Play clock ticking down to 3, 2. They do get it back and off. Low punt, lands at about the 50, takes a nice roll.
That's a good kick. That's a good kick.
It's going to be down all the way back at the Eagle 30.
Yeah, that's a good kick.
4-yard line. And really nice punt there by the Bulldog punter to get that one out. And that's going to give the Eagles the football back with the lead 21-6, 7:27 left to go in this fourth quarter. This is one of those situations where the Eagle offense wants to finish the game.
Yep. You tell the offensive line, go win it. Let's win this thing.
We watched the Florence a lot. We saw them last year multiple times finish the game on offense with 8 minutes or more when they got the football.
Yep.
Now, this offense not built exactly like that, but the way they run the ball tonight, capable of doing something like that if they execute well here.
Yep. Just tell the offensive line, go win the ball game. Tell your running backs, hold on to it, and win the game right here.
Bulldogs do bring some extra bodies into the box. Eagles give it to the first man through.
Good play on there.
Xavier
There he
Smith gets tackled after a short gain on the play.
He's still
Eagle
down.
has a.
He got hit pretty hard right there. No, that's an offensive
yeah.
lineman.
I think that's
gonna get up.
55. Slow, a little slow to get up there. Gets back to his feet. Looks like he's going to have to come off here. He doesn't want to, but Coach Davis pretty far on the field. The trainers have come on the field, and now they say, hey, you got to go. He's going to work his way off and going to get a new center in. Sometimes, you know, when you get a new center in, you got to be careful about the exchange, and we'll see.
I don't know.
Coach Davis may take a timeout here.
I don't really know why the clock's not running, but if I'm Coach Davis here, I let the play clock run down to about 2. Call timeout. Let your center work his way back. And but we're gonna run the ball. Let's go.
Eagles
Good-
do
good
get the
snap.
exchange. That's Davis hit right at the line of scrimmage. May have
Yeah.
lost a yard.
Yeah, Natchez knows what you're doing, and they're coming. But again, clock's still running. You like your punter. If you punt the ball, you can punt it down there real good. Play some defense. He really didn't snap the ball until about 5 or 6 left on the play clock. So I'd do the same. Run the thing down. Maybe you break one here.
Yeah, and you see what they're doing is they're bringing Brian Davis in on third down situations, and they do that here. He gives you some playmaking options, and they've got him in the backfield. They do give it to him here around the left side. He slips and kind of gets fallen on late. The flags don't fly.
Yeah.
Going to bring up 4th down for the Eagles. Davis really had a chance there if he doesn't lose his footing. It looked like to break that one. The hole was there, and he just kind of gets tripped up. And that will keep the clock running, bring up a punting situation, but you won't have to punt this football until about 5.5 minutes, or underneath 5.5 minutes in this 4th quarter.
And Florence not in a hurry here, for sure. I mean, even if you take a delay here, you're fine. Not in a hurry. Don't rush.
Yeah, and you just
It's
need to get it
okay.
off. So you're
That's
talking
right.
to Boykin about, hey, take your time, catch the football, make a nice punt.
And
they send pressure. He does
What a
all
great
of
kick.
that.
What a
This guy's
great
a
kick.
nice high kick
Good
that takes a
job.
good bounce.
Very good.
All
it
the way
stayed in
down
bounds.
inside the 25-yard line, and Hayden Boykin just does his job perfectly
There's that
there.
hop we needed on the kickoff.
That's right. And the Bulldogs are sending everybody. He's got pressure right in his face. He handles it all perfectly, makes a really beautiful kick, hangs it up high, no risk of a return. Coverage team downs it.
And there is that weapon that you have in Hayden Boykin. I mean, it just can't be overstated how effective it is to have a kicker that you believe in that can get a good punt, get a good kickoff, make your extra points. I mean, that is a huge deal for the Eagles. And, it's awesome that he's on the team. Well,
Natchez
fumble.
runs this one, ball's loose. All they can do is jump on it. Actually be interesting. That should be an incomplete pass, the way that he tosses that ball forward. But they are marking that
the
down.
quarterback is trying to tell the referee that, and I think he's going to get that. Yeah, he's going to get the incomplete pass.
See if he talks about this.
So, all right, so we got Brookhaven now. We got now 21-10. Brookhaven over South Jones. Look at North Pike up on Provine. So looks like South Jones is doing a lot with Brookhaven like we did. Play with them, and then just run out of gas. But that's what Brookhaven does to you. They just keep coming at you. So 2nd and 10 here.
Looking to pass, looking to his right. That ball is thrown a little too far out, but really good coverage. Really nowhere for him to throw that football. He throws it out of bounds, and that's just because he's got nowhere else to go, and he's got red jerseys bearing down
And
on
got
him.
a little bit of pressure. That's all you need.
Bring up 3rd down.
You see Florence with Keegan and Brian and Hayden. And Aiden backed up. Keegan's going up now, but you got that safety help we talked about earlier. Just don't let them get behind you. Make the play and make them work down the field. No big plays.
Throws this one out to his right. That
There
ball
you
is
go.
caught. Good for a first down.
And
tackled immediately by
that's fine.
Aiden Hemphill.
And that's fine if you're Florence. It is a first down. That's all well and good. But as soon as the ball's set, the clock's going to run. So keep everything in front of you, make good tackles, and that's what you need to do. And then when you get down here inside the 20, then you clamp down.
Back in the shotgun again, looking to his right this time, has his man out about the 40-yard line, catches that one with his knee down, and so he's going to be ruled down right where he caught the football as he drags that knee to bring up second down and about 5. Eagles content to give up some underneath passes and catches.
That's right.
Especially if they'll go ahead and catch it with their knee down so we don't even have to make that tackle.
That's right. That helps.
Quarterback looking to pass, throws this one to the left, out into the flat. It's caught there. Receiver takes it up good for the first down, pushed out of bounds there by Battie. That's one of the things that the Eagles do want to do is try to tackle inbounds if they can. You don't want them to stop this clock. But really, 4 minutes, you're up 2 scores. Eagles really content with everything that's happening here.
Right.
Looking to pass again. Little
Just
out
make the
route by
tackle.
4 again.
Good job, Riley. Good job. Good pursuit.
Riley McFall, the ball.
Did
They
blow
blew
the
this
whistle?
one dead, thank goodness. And I think that's why maybe some of the red jerseys let
for
up.
sure.
We can't hear the field sound in here as well. But
and the last thing you want if you're Florence is a unsportsmanlike penalty to give them free yards. I mean, you don't want that.
if you're watching that, it looks like he's about to break it. But those red jerseys pull off because the whistles blow. And
they called him for a
flags
false start
fly
on
again
number
here.
4
as-
again.
We mentioned it earlier. He's getting a little head start.
That false start on offense.
Yep.
This happened a number of times in the first half and was called 0 of them. And it's happened more than it's been called in the second half, but it's been called more in the second half.
He just gets about a half a step, just a little bit of flinch before the ball moves.
Quarterback gives this one to the running back straight ahead.
There you go. Just make
He's
the
going to be
tackle.
tackled
Be a
near
little
the
bit
first
short.
down.
3rd and about 1. Clock still running.
Eagles, 2 safeties deep. They drop the corners back. All 5 DBs back off. Quarterback looking to throw this one. He does throw it underneath, and it's incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th down, just about a yard.
Good to see 22 back on the field for Natchez. When he went off earlier, it looked like he would be done for a little while. So good to see him back. You don't want to see anybody hurt no matter what team they're on.
Yeah,
so,
and
so
he's
good for him.
A really good player.
He's going to get the,
Going to throws this one out to his left. They set up a little screen. That ball is caught. He slips a tackle, slips another. Gets all the way down to the 25-yard line. You see some of these playmakers for the Bulldogs. That time it's number 1 with a nice catch and run.
All right, now this is where Florence has really just clamped down tonight. You've let them go between the 25s, and then you get to the 25, you clamp down. Let's do it again here.
Gives this one to the running back straight ahead. Eagles bring him down. He nears the 15-yard line. And again, we mentioned this earlier. This is how the Eagle defense plays in general. They're willing to bend inside the 20s, and then they really stiffen up in the red zone.
Need a big play right
Whistles
here.
here. Going to get a timeout.
That's a good call by Coach Davis. Let your team breathe, get a little water.
As they take their final timeout, let's take our final timeout as well. We'll bring the conclusion of this ball game when we come back right here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Come on, we're going to be late.
No, school. No.
When your garage door breaks, you don't just need fast, you need super fast. Call today and we'll send a certified garage technician to your home. Quality repairs done so fast, it's like nothing ever happened.
They're not fast. They're super fast.
Call today and we're on the way.
All right, welcome back to the Eagle Sports Network. Eagles lead 21-6 over the Natchez Bulldogs. 2:19 left. Natchez with the ball deep in Eagle territory. Quarterback gives this one to the running back straight ahead. Now he bounces it out to the left side. He's tackled there. Hemphill does a good job containing his outside leverage and then coming up with a nice tackle.
There's about 3 here. So, again, clock still running.
This clock will run down under 2 minutes. Eagles bring a man in motion who goes forward at the snap. The quarterback's got to throw this one away. That's an illegal procedure as the motion man is running forward at the snap. We're not playing Canadian rules football here. Yeah. That would have been a great play draw up in Canadian football.
Or Arena League.
Yeah, Arena League. Yeah. All those you can run forward to the line of scrimmage before the snap, but not in high school.
No,
but you can here. On this night, you can.
Right. All right, their quarterback had to come out. Something's going on with his helmet.
Yep, he's frustrated.
Now they've got a different quarterback, and I'm guessing they're going to run the ball. Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
4th and about 2.
Big play if you're Florence.
They give it to the running back. Eagles got him stacked up.
Ooh,
they stop him short. He's short.
All right. That's a great play.
Defense comes up big as they have all night long. The Eagle defense has played exceptionally tonight. And this game is going to have an opportunity to end in a perfect fashion because we've got our temp staff players of the game chosen. And we've done something a little bit different tonight. It's been a good night overall for the Eagles, but the players of the game tonight are the Eagle offensive line. They have dominated this game start to finish. They've been the ones who have ensured that whichever Eagle running back has a football, he's able to run, and they have ensured that the Eagles are going to go home with a victory tonight because that offensive line has just continued to be able to churn out some yards. And it looks like Florence is going to be able to finish the game on offense tonight. Going to get this play clock reset as it was running down.
They're going to call offsides on Natchez there, but I mean, if you're Florence, you just go victory formation and go down.
They call offsides.
Yeah, first down.
And so, super proud of our offensive line. They are the temp staff players of the game. We talked about the importance of the offense being able to move the ball consistently, particularly on the ground. And that offensive line has been the unit that enabled them to do that. They give it to Davis again. He bounces this one to the outside, cuts back to the inside. Really, we just want to see him get on the ground and then get up again is really what you want to see.
I think Natchez might be out of timeouts.
They stopped this clock with 1:29.
So you got to think that a first down ends it for Florence. But,
yeah, the Eagles need a first down before they can just kneel on.
But if they're if Natchez is out of timeouts, I'm down in this thing. Punt with a few seconds left.
If the Eagles continue to play like they have, I think they'll be able to convert a first down here, kneel on it, and we'll all go home. If anybody is at home watching, wondering what are you going to do after the game, we'd love to invite you to the 5th quarter that's happening at First Baptist Church of Florence. At the conclusion of tonight's activity, right after the game out in the parking lot, come join us for some food and some fellowship. In the meantime, looking around the region, you see North Pike has been able to extend their lead over Provine, and Brookhaven has put another couple scores on the board to jump on top of South Jones. All right, here comes this Eagle offense. This one is whistled back in. Ashley going to give this one to R.J. Davis on the right side. He breaks across for the first down, and he loses his helmet, but I believe that first down should take us to a situation where the Eagles can go into the victory formation with 1:22 left on this clock. Get the change reset. Now it'll be whistled back in to restart that clock. Really big win tonight for the Eagles. We talked about in the pregame the district standings, and this will give the Eagles a situation where unless something unexpected happens, it doesn't look like you would think. Provine's lost another one tonight. And so it feels like you've secured that number 3 spot.
At minimum. Next week is for that whole playoff game.
And you've got a chance to play for the number 2 spot next week as you get ready to go to South Jones. And it'll be, wow.
That was crazy.
Eagles in the victory formation. Natchez not quite ready to give up just yet. Sends a guy over the top. And well, you saw it. And Natchez coach is going to
doesn't look like they have to
call him off here. I think that will take us to the end of the ball game.
I don't think they need to run another play.
Yeah, I think that'll take us to the end of the ball game. And it does. He's kind of calling his guys off to the side. Eagles come off to the side. And so great win tonight as it secures that 3rd place position and gets you an opportunity to play in a big game next week. It's playoff position is important. You want that number 2 seed. Possibility you may could get into a 1 seed, but that would be unexpected with Brookhaven still undefeated in the district.
But if you get the 2, that means you got a 3 coming to your house. You get to play at home.
That's right.
Which
you get to host a playoff game.
Huge deal. So yeah, big win for the Eagles. And so let's get ready to go to South Jones, and hopefully that defense can step up. I mean, that's what this team is built on, is defense this year.
That's been their strength. You mentioned defense traveling. Well, defense will need to travel next week. And just based on the score, this is now scores against mutual opponents isn't everything, but based on the score, you feel like that could be a really good football game between Florence and South Jones. As you played Brookhaven similarly, the other opponents that you've played similarly. And so we know that you'll want to tune in next week because the Eagle Sports Network will be down there in South Jones County to bring you all of that action.
That's right.
And we want you to stay tuned tonight as well because in a few minutes we will bring you the post-game interview with Coach Davis, get his thoughts on tonight's big win, and hear what he's got to say about his team and his players. So don't want you to miss that as well. You know, you talked about the defense. Natchez has come in here putting up some big scores. The Eagle defense really dominated this football game. And while they gave up a couple of big pass plays and really one drive, with those exceptions, the Eagle defense played exceptionally well against a really good offense.
Yeah, and they're going to have to do that again next week. Again, this team is going to be built off defense, and you score just enough. Last week, what was it, 21-9 or 22-9?
That's right.
21-6. I mean, you're going to have to win those types of games if you're Florence, and been successful so far. And so, again, next week there's a lot on the line. Hopefully, we can get our kids, healthy. A couple of them got banged up again tonight, but again, if you can get them healthy and get them rolling.
Yeah, we did see Cam Page was on the sidelines on crutches, and so hopefully he'll get checked out and get some good news this week. Maybe be able to get back. And I think the rest of the guys kind of made it out, even though there was some banged up. They at least finished the game.
If you're watching this and you're a parent of a football player, go put ice in your bathtub, turn it on cold, and tell them to sit there for a little while.
That's right. Ice
2 or 3
them down.
times this week because it's a big game next week. They need to be 100%.
All right, and so Coach Davis making his way over towards David, our sideline reporter, and we'll hear from Coach Davis and his players of the game right now.
Hey guys, I'm here with Coach Davis and Ethan Deere. Ethan, we did something different tonight. The players of the game was actually our offensive line. Y'all provided a lot of holes for our running game. Y'all let them run it down their throat, score some touchdowns. We just want to know what's y'all's driving force throughout the week and throughout the game to get these guys some holes and some touchdowns.
We just want to score. We just want to win. That's pretty much the thing. Just dominate. We're a running team, so we got to block. That's our job, and we want to be the best we can at it. So, that's really our force. If we don't block, we don't win. That's pretty much it. So that's it.
Coach, big win tonight. what does this district game win mean for you guys going into next week? Hopefully get another win over South Jones.
It sets us up to host a home playoff game. You know, we're going down to a tough South Jones team that's going to be ready. They're rolling this year. I don't know what they did tonight, but last I think I checked, they were like 6-2.
Yeah, I think they were down to Brookhaven.
Yeah, so they're going to be fighting for we both going to be fighting for that 2 seed next week. So we know we don't have our work cut out for us. We want to enjoy this one tonight, wake up in the morning with a smile on our face, and get back to work on Sunday.
So thank you. You have a good night. Back to you guys.
All right, so you heard it from Coach Davis. He is excited about the win for his guys. He knows what next week means and is ready to get back to work. Listen, nobody outworks Coach Davis. Nobody outworks the Eagles. And I'm excited about next week's football game. It's going to be a big one.
It's going to be big. Look, I was expecting this one to be closer than it was. So good for the Eagles. Good to come out with a good win, a comfortable win. Kind of had some doubts there, mid-third quarter or so, but we did what we had to do. Again, you win another game in the 20 to a single digit. That's what we are. That's who we are. I don't know that you'll get the 20 against South Jones, but if you can hold them under 14, maybe you get a couple of touchdowns, see what happens, and so we'll see. We'll see how South Jones is. Listen, when a team is rolling like they've been rolling and then they lose, how do they respond the next week? We're going to go in on a few game winning streak.
That's right. A lot of momentum for this
team. We're very confident. I know our team is very confident. They were very confident coming in tonight. But they're going to have to focus this week. They understand the task, and they need to understand that this is not your mama's South Jones. This is a good South Jones team that will beat you if you're not ready.
Well, and it does make you even more confident if you're this team. Hey, we put 21 points on the board tonight with did we throw one pass?
We threw a few. It wasn't very many. I don't know that we completed one.
We really didn't challenge through the air. We just were content to line up and run it. That's right. And this is a team that is able to throw the ball and didn't have to tonight. And so that's what you wanted to do, was to be able to run the football, and they were able to do so in a successful fashion. And that really sets you up well to be able to go down and be able to look at, hey, we can do this without being one-dimensional.
Right.
We are a two-dimensional offense, and so if we can go down there, hopefully with some momentum in the run game, knowing, hey, we can also throw, go down, score a few touchdowns, play good defense, maybe you come out with a win in that second-place playoff position.
And credit to the Florence coaches. They, a lot of times coaches tend to want to, let's try something different. But tonight they understood this is working. They can't stop us. We're going to shorten this game. I mean, look at what time it is, 2.5 hours. That's a quick football game.
Went through it.
But we're gonna dominate the line of scrimmage. We can dominate the line of scrimmage, and we're just gonna do it. They changed who they were for one drive. They went 3 and out. It was ugly. They came back and said, nope, that's not what we're gonna do. Let's go do it. And that's what they did.
And it resulted in a big win tonight for Florence over the Natchez Bulldogs, 21-6. For Scott Higdon and all of our camera crew, all of our producers, for all of our sponsors, for Ryan, who is even out at a Taylor Swift concert, be sure to let him know about that. I am Sam Taylor saying good night, God bless, and go Eagles.